I hope you can. I'm here seeking employment, and I'm wondering who I need to talk to.
Em employment? And the other guard kind of nudges him. He's like, "He might be here about the rumors." Ah, fucking rumors. Did you get an invite as well? There's the guard. They're basically you can tell just from their outward expressions they look kind of fed up at this point. With like they've had a few people come up to them and ask about this sort of stuff.
I'm. I
The
wouldn't.
the I'll have to talk to. I'll send a message up to the captain and see what he says.
Right.
If you hear about that sort of thing, you're at least way more polite than everyone else. The one of them he heads in. The other one's just sort of like stood there, kind of staring at you, waiting as they're waiting. Like,
So, what's your name?
Alwyn.
Alwyn. Strong name. Strong chin.
Was my father's.
The chin or the name?
The chin.
Your mother's chin, then.
Her.
Her.
Yeah. So is it just the rumors that bring you around then, or anything else? We do see plenty of strange types around here. Not all of them come knocking on our door, though.
I'm just a man seeking employment, and from my brief travels, I've heard there's a job to be done here.
You could say that. As at that point, the other guard turns up with a fella he's wearing a similar sort of garb, but it's got like extra patterns and things on it that kind of like signify a higher up kind of thing, like how a sergeant would wear stripes. Kind of. It's like the pattern on the pattern of the black and red on the tabard is slightly different to kind of signify it. He's like, so this is the one. Right, lad. What's your name?
Alavar. My name is Alavar.
Right, Alavar. Come with me. He just
right.
Leads you in.
Nice meeting you.
The one guard that sort of that went in to get him just sort of looks at you. The other one just Alwyn just gives you the salute. It's the captain leads you into like this giant waiting room, and he says, "You wait here." And as you look around, it's sort of like as much as this is clearly like an office of law, it does look like they've kind of decked it out to be a bit more comfortable for people, like wanted guests and unwanted guests would get kind of a way different treatment, if that makes sense. So it's like more soft lounges and shit.
There's like a sofa here, just
yeah. It's like it's like a dentist waiting room. Oh, I don't know if dentist waiting rooms are as posh over in America. That might be
times. Oh, October 2014.
Why is this sticky? Man, all the crosswords are done.
You do notice as you're sat there, there is this there is someone else in the room with you, being Freya. So
this is a nice couch.
Yeah, she's sort of rubbing the
We don't
furniture
have
and shit
these
like
in
that.
the temple. We should get them.
Excuse me. There does not appear to be any other seats. Do you mind if
No,
I
go
share
ahead.
the couch?
It's big.
Great.
Are you an orc?
Mostly. I'd say mostly, but technically half.
I haven't seen one before. It's interesting.
Thank you. You are glowy.
Thank you, I try.
Is that like just refraction off the skin, a spell? I'm not familiar.
Of pale skin or skin in general?
I'm just curious where the glow comes from.
Moisturizer. Oh yeah, her intelligence is a 0. I'm just making sure.
0?
It's an 11.
Oh, I thought you meant like her intelligence is a 0.
Like she should be drooling.
No.
Yeah, you come in, you find a vegetable.
This is a very large radish.
It's a very glowy radish. It's weird.
Very shimmery.
Oh
So-
man.
Have you talked to the guards yet?
I got the summons, and she pulls it out. She's like, "See, where's yours?"
Can I just see what yours says?
No.
Oh. I did not get a summons. I just heard there was work here to be done. So,
She's gonna
Follow
put
the
it back in
rumors.
her pocket.
So, as you're having this awkward conversation,
This is the best small
I wish-
talk ever.
I wish there was something right here to look at.
That was a phone.
time you gotta watch. What's a watch? I don't know.
They should put books in here.
Yes. Yep. Books would be good.
Alright, this is too funny. I just have to leave you for a while.
Just keep going. Just let them keep going.
Did you
4
see?
hours
Did you
of
see
waiting.
the sky ship? They come
I don't-
sometimes.
Yes, I was on the sky ship. Yes.
You were on the sky ship. I don't believe it.
I beg your pardon.
Only the rich get on the sky ship. I don't know where that accent came from, but all right.
Not just the rich get on sky ships. If you know a person or two, you can find passage easily
If
enough.
you know a rich person or two.
If you know a person or two, yes, you can find passage easily enough.
Could you get me on the sky ship?
Could I? No,
But
but I
you
can get myself on the sky ships.
What if I was very small?
Are you asking if I could smuggle you onto a ship? For that is not my forte. I am.
Would it be smuggling if I was just tiny? I could fit in your pocket. And she's like
I'm not-
batting her eyes at him like,
I'm not comfortable where this conversation is leading. I'm not smuggling you anywhere.
that's
As you
okay,
have
I
this
cannot
conversation,
shrink
the door-
anyway.
The door swings open and the captain's like, the captain just sort of like answers. He's like about to say something, kind of like has this apprehensive look on his face, like he's into. Am I interrupting?
No, nope, sir.
Right.
I have a letter.
Well,
I
but-
don't understand why I'm in this room.
Both of you.
But he doesn't have a letter.
Ah! He just gestures as both of you come in. He leads you down a few corridors into
Glowing ladies first.
I'm not glowing.
I thought you were glowing. No. Oh,
I'm just-
ladies first.
Exceptionally beautiful.
Ladies first.
Oh god, I already like this party. So it leads you down a few corridors, and you end up at a giant office. He's like, he kind of knocks on the door. He looks at you. Watchmaster Franklin is inside.
She's
Open-
watching Ethan like dust his armor, and she's like, "Dust my armor?"
He just sort of holds the door open and just like gestures like, please, just I need to get back to my job. Just go in.
Okay.
Miss?
The name is Freya, and she marches past him.
Go in.
Right. The door closes behind you as the captain goes back to whatever he's supposed to be doing. Presumably investigating all these fucking disappearances. You come in and you find sat behind the desk. There's a it's quite a large desk. Like when you sit down, the desk is built so even at both of you being nearly 6 foot, the desk comes up so it's here on you. So it's like nearly chin height, and behind it, there's this giant chair, as it which wheels round and reveals a rather a diminutive sort of stature fellow. It's he's a halfling. He's this he's older, like he's slightly older. His hair's all like bald at the top with the long hair down the side like dreads. Like, you know how Devin Townsend had his hair when he was in Strapping Young Lad? It's kind of like that.
Let me
Like-
Google real quick and I'll figure out who that is.
It basically looks like an ostrich egg with a skirt on. So he's except his hair
Got it.
is, right. I could tell. So as the he's there, except his hair is there's still streaks of golden like blonde hair, but it's mostly white. He's got this sort of goatee beard as well. He kind of looks over you both, and he's like, he looks over at Freya first, and he's like, "You're the only one who would answer my mail." He glances over at Oliver and goes. He sort of looks at you a second. He's like, "And who are you?"
I'm simply a man looking for work, and I hear there's work here to be done.
Yep, there's definitely something to be done. I've been trying for months to get this case solved, and nothing is happening. Which is why we've ended up having to call in outside help. At which point, like, he glances to one side, and behind him you can see another figure. It's a like kind of sticking in the shadows, hood up at the minute. Pretty tall. Yeah. They look like they are a member of the Watch, but more like a. Rather, they're less obvious than the rest of the guards that you've seen. It's they've got the like black leather armor with dark red patches, and the Watch logo is embossed into the chest of the armor, rather than the bright ivory badges and the bright red that you've seen so far. He glances back at you and he says, "Well, as you'll both know there's these rumors of ships disappearing. We've been trying to solve these, and no fucker is finding anything. At this point, we have absolutely no clue what to look up, which is why we called you. Points straight at Freya. And he's like, we don't know if this is mystical or what. We can't find any logical motive for these ships going missing, and the main council in the fucking higher ups, they all want to do it politically. They're not the ones who have to run have to keep the fucking town safe. You can like, he's very grumpy. At which point he just gives up. He's like,
So you want us to find a boat?
quite a few boats. The problem is I've had my main guard traversing the docks constantly, looking. They've been inspecting every single ship that comes in, and we cannot find anything. Nix, he points over to the shadow in the corner. He's like, your team are down there at the minute. Maybe you can take these two and lead and follow up on some lead, if you've got any.
Well, maybe if you gave me the troops that I asked for, this would go differently.
You and I both know that I don't have enough people for that. They're already scanning the entire fucking docks.
Well, you should try getting out of that chair. You know.
I think you would
Use
hit
that-
the ground really hard.
think you're
He
starting to
gives you
merge
such a
with your
fucking
chair.
dirty look. You do what? Sorry?
I said I think you're starting to merge with the chair.
Someone's got to fucking run the place. Just
It's not
go.
you.
I don't think she likes him.
Out!
I kick his chair as I leave.
Don't you make him fall. I only have one healing spell.
It's not my problem.
I heard that!
You're supposed to.
Why are all the tiny people so angry?
We're not all angry.
Watchmaster, that include us to leave.
Yes. Out.
Right.
No one in my temple is angry.
No one in your temple has been dealing with this for months now.
That's true.
No offense, but you pray and you bless things, yes?
Sometimes.
Hmm.
Okay.
Anyway, what are your names? Who are you?
Ladies first.
I think you are shiny or makes you a lady. What is
It-
the name of the temple vaults?
The temple, it's just the temple to Cyril.
Sorry. Okay.
But it doesn't really have a name other than the Soul Ember
Okay.
temple.
My name is Freya, and I am a cleric of the Soul Ember. I've lived here my whole life.
Funny that we've never met.
I don't go down to the water often. I tend to sink.
Interesting. Nyx is gonna offer her hand. I'm Nyx. I'm a part of the city guard.
Pleased to meet you.
Do you shake your hand with both hands?
Oh, yes.
And you, what about you?
I am Alavar of the Hedge Knight, Alavar.
The hedge.
Yes. The Hedge. A wandering knight.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, if you want.
Oh yeah, 15. Totally.
Aren't the knight and the
You
town
you
guard
can
the
make
same
a
thing?
Not really.
if Ethan, if you want, you can make either a you can make a roll against it if you want to. It's up to you.
I'm just not sure what it would be here.
It
Like-
depends. Are you?
I mean, it'd probably be a persuasion at this point, right?
Yeah, I'd say persuasion roll.
By 2, don't get too cocky. You also have a
What?
+5 to persuasion.
You're goddamn right I do.
Am I? Am I just reading? This is coming up with 2 numbers all the time for you guys, right?
Yeah, so
One's
We
for
gotta go to
advantage
change
and one's for disadvantage.
you gotta go to your settings and you gotta go to your rolls, and then you gotta shut off that it rolls advantage and disadvantage.
Oh, also,
I
just so
completely-
y'all know, I
because
have
that's
been
the
streaming.
one chat, I guess. Hold on, where's
So
it?
you go to your settings.
Really? Robin?
Okay, no.
Let's see here.
Since about the time that Ethan and I were sitting in the lobby.
Fucking Robin, do you remember which button to push on your settings to get rid of the rolling thing?
Nope, but I will look. You go click on next to spells. They have the thingy. I think.
Yeah, yes. There's a setting button, but then there's
Is it you guys that have the setting wrong?
we have to change our settings.
Fair enough.
I'm just
I
trying to
thought it was
find.
me
Ah,
having mine wrong.
So you go to your settings. You got to go to your. It's the furthest right column, NPC box. Below that, it'll say roll queries.
Yes.
You change that to just
I have it to advantage toggle.
yeah, that's what we all have naturally. I would say
Never roll it.
actually no.
No, I have it turned to normal now.
I don't have a normal. I just have never roll advantage. You have a normal?
Yeah, I have it set to normal now. I fixed it. Just in case I need to roll with advantage.
Okay. So we test it. Yep, there you go.
I'll test mine right quick if y'all
Yeah.
don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Wait,
Yeah,
Bit-
works.
Nyx.
Cool.
That's how you spell it. Interesting. Interesting. No, I don't think we got a description of Nyx. What does she look like?
Depends. Does she still have a hood up at this point?
No, I can take it off.
It's up to you.
I'll pull the hood down.
Okay. Do you want me to describe it, or do you?
Oh no, you can. You're a lot better at it than I am.
All I'm doing is reading what you sent me.
I'm sorry that I'm the only one that did not prepare until last
Fine.
night.
He asked me about like 2 hours ago, so it was just then that I sent it to him.
Yeah, Vault's
To be
messaged me a
fair-
couple
oh,
hours
by the-
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
Where's
the
my
way-
message? No, I'm kidding. I'd be like, I'm at work. I'm sorry.
Yeah. By the way, my at work I actually printed out your class, Ethan, so I do have it on paper now that I can look it up whenever I need. Yeah. So as she pulls a hood back, you can see the long the tan skin, the long pointed ears, quite long black hair with an undercut on the right hand side. Her eyes are a bright shade of green. I might be wrong about how bright the shade is, but she can elaborate on that.
No, that's good. Taller than an average elf is what I put.
Yes.
We're just a group of tall, beautiful people just storming into this bitch. All right, got it.
We're just so handsome, all of us.
This is why all of the NPCs you're gonna meet are gonna be like just completely fucked up weirdos. So, from what you know, Ash, do you remember the stuff that I messaged you about certain things.
Let me
what
hold
people
this.
what they've been looking at, and what you're like. For fuck's sake, you've not tried this yet.
And pull up our conversation. It's really slow.
I presume during this whole conversation, you've sort of like you've left the monolith, and you're like heading down towards the dock area, because that's where all the investigations are taking place.
Is she a wood elf, high elf, drow?
Elf.
I'm not
squared.
burning in the sunlight, if that's what you want to know.
Okay, so check that one off.
All of a sudden, you hear Nyx go.
I have to put it back up. I have to put my hood back on.
Oh,
It's too much.
oh, it's like burning hair.
Sunlight.
It seems
can-
to have gotten lost.
You can make a I'm trying to think. I guess maybe a history check, or a straight intelligence roll, if you want to be able to go like, what do I know about elves that might help me understand who the fuck she is?
History? 11. They have
11.
pointy ears.
Yeah, you know, kind of bits of history, like most of the elven clans do live up north. There are a few, like, when I say up north, I mean like the northern continents. There are some clans down south though that are mainly there's sort of wood elf clans around here just because of all the forests, and there's also like since fucking eons ago, and there are also some of the more aquatic type elves around.
So,
I'm
but
sure
I
that's
wouldn't
the
know
thing.
what flavor she is.
I mean, she's not got gills, so
You could lick her.
Okay, so check that one off. She's kind of a bitch, so she might be a high elf?
High elf.
That could also be the fact that she's so pissed off for not being listened to for months.
Yeah. You tried dealing with that crusty old man for a couple months.
You know they make creams for that, right? The crusties? I think you can get that healed away.
You can try offering that to him.
No.
The law master is a little bit
Crusty?
crusty, prickly, hard to deal with in general.
Prickly and crusty? The poor man.
It's a metaphor, honey.
Are you okay? How do you say your name? Alavar?
Yes,
You
Just
you look like
following
you're
your-
going to vomit.
I'm following your train of thought as best I can.
I wouldn't.
That's what I'm learning.
Anyway,
Nyx,
these ships have been going missing for months now. I've been trying and trying to get them to focus on the Southern Isles because I don't know, how much do you know about the Southern Isles, you two?
I have lived here my whole life, so nothing.
Well, to be fair, most of the yeah, Alavar he's lived his entire life in the northern continent, so he has no fucking clue apart from the odd like little bit. Freya, you would know a bit more, but only from like previous conflicts that you've been in, and they were all like they were all still on the. You've not really been overseas or anything like that, so you've not been to them, but you know about the war that happened and how it ended like 10 years ago and things like that, because
Well, they're
you were involved in. How old are you?
She's probably 25, 26.
Right. Okay. You may have just been like doing your training as it's happening. So
Oh.
you weren't actually like you were kind of involved in it, but you weren't on the front lines, which is why
I was
you're
an
not. You're a
acolyte.
bit like
I was delivering mail.
you were Montague.
I know there was a war, and then we fought it, and I don't remember if we won or not, but it stopped the fight like 10 years ago.
Right, right.
Is that
Yeah,
where the boats
yeah.
were going, to the Southern Isles?
They were, yes.
Oh, well, I was
Well,
going to
they were
say
coming-
check there first. But
They were
I
coming
guess you
like
probably
past
checked there
there
already.
into Port Thania. The problem was they'd been disappearing on the way into Port Thania, like, and
Oh.
just that general sort of area, like sea area. But the from what they can tell and what Nix and that have been trying to chase up was the possibility of the Southern Isles being involved. Sorry, Nix, I'll let you explain more.
Fine, I was gonna ask you to pronounce the name for these Southern Isles, because it's a little complicated.
Yeah. That would be let me find it again. I like again my
Back in just a
name
minute.
is
Isn't Usfracrus? Fuckrus?
yeah
Usfracrus.
Usfracrux.
Yeah. That's exactly how I have spelled Usfuck or fuck crooks. That's exactly how I have it spelled. VFUCKSCROOKS. Spell that shit phonetically.
Yeah, because it's spelled UZ PHAKKRUX.
Yep, nope, wasn't even close. Didn't
Yeah.
even have the same letters in there.
Usfracrux. It roughly translates from because again Alavar won't know this because he's more familiar with the languages of the northern continents. But you both being involved in the war and like the general area anyway, you both know Lower Fakulin, which is there, which is the language of the main like the common folk there, and it roughly translates to the glorious realm of Uz, because the place is run by the Uz clan as a theocracy. So you'll have learned more. You'll have learned about that in your cleric temples, Freya, because purely because like that's one of the reasons all the cleric temples got involved, because you were all like, it should be a right to pray whenever you want, and they're like, no, pray on certain days. And like
anytime your god asks you to.
yeah, it's a bit more complicated, but that's the basic gist of it. And they were like, oh, let's be peaceful in the southern islands. We're like, no, and immediately started attacking the coast. So yeah. So yeah, that's the pronunciation. A brief history lesson. So how what you know of the investigation so far, Nix, is like they've been checking the import-export records to try and find anything like if the ships going missing are supposed to be delivering like anything important, things like that. And you're getting increasingly frustrated because they're going, oh well, maybe it's this that we don't know about. Oh, there's this on the manifest, or there's like extra things, and you're going, and you're just trying to convince them that clearly it's just random ships going missing rather than anything targeted. But they're too busy looking for a connection to either the southern continents or possibly the giant floating lizard man city that's in the Southern Ocean somewhere, but they're not entirely sure where, because being a floating city, it has a tendency to move around.
Okay, so I'm relaying this information to them.
Yeah.
The Southern Isle Ooze Crooks.
Who's the crux? Yeah.
For Crooks. Okay.
Ooze
I will get that
flux
wrong
crux.
at least another 20 times.
Don't worry, it's my fault for making a really awkward name.
Anyway, yeah, we had this
You can
war with them.
sardonically, you can sarcastically refer to it as the glorious realms, if you prefer.
Yeah, the glorious realm of ooze.
Yeah.
Those shitheads. We fought in a war with them. It ended 10 years ago. Doesn't it seem a little strange that all of a sudden we're at peace and then our ship started disappearing? Of course, our lawmaster is sitting on his hands looking at our shipping logs, trying to see if any particular item is being targeted, but
Did you
I
check
can't.
where the ships were coming from?
It's a direct line between Port Thania and Ooze, the Glorious Realms.
There's it's kind of like all of the ships seem to be going past that area, but there are certain ones that's one of the reasons why Alavar came on a skyship, because the ships are originating from all over the place, but but as they're coming down there towards like Port Thania and the Southern Isles, they're just so it's
How
kind
many
of,
ships have gone missing?
Do I know how many have gone missing, DM?
it's point like a rough estimate at this point, because it's been going on for months, is there's been at least 15 or 16 individual ships, and there was a case where one entire fleet went missing.
You lost the whole fleet?
I didn't lose an entire fleet, but
They lost
Yeah.
an
Someone
entire
did.
fleet?
yes,
Are they mostly supply ships, or is it like
there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's random ships that just happen to be passing through and past the Southern Isles. Our great law enforcement is going through the ledgers to see if they're going after anything in particular, but I get a little bit tired and uneasy, and I've been doing my own research. Don't tell anyone that.
And Lady
It's-
Nick, what have you found in your own research?
I can't tell you everything.
then
No
how are we
offense, but-
supposed to help?
With all due respect, I don't trust you both enough. I've only just met you.
I'm an
But-
I have a letter.
She has a letter.
That's well and good, but you just walked into town and
I have lived in town my whole life.
And I flew into town, so
And he has a
big-
rich father.
big difference. Vast difference.
I mean, it's
But then-
random ships, and it's always passed by the Southern Isles. I find that quite suspicious, but the guards are content to just wander the coastline and look at the ledgers over and over and over for months and months.
So
Are there
go
any
ahead.
lead?
Go ahead. No, it's fine.
Are there any leads?
According to the Lawmaster, no. That's why
According- To you?
I have my own suspicions. Ones that I'd like to investigate, but I'm stuck here.
Why don't you just get on the boat and go check it out?
It's not that easy, Freya.
Why not? You pay somebody, say I want to go to this place, but you don't go there. You just make a little detour.
Nyx is gonna kind of rub her forehead. Listen. I don't know exactly how well I can trust you two. I literally have just met you. I've been on this job for years.
So,
I don't understand the question.
How can I trust you?
How can you not?
You could first answer a question without deflecting with another question.
I don't know what the original question was.
How can I need your word. I need to trust you. I need to know you.
I am a cleric of the temple. I don't think I am allowed to lie.
I feel like there's a song appropriate for this moment.
And you, what about you? Oliver?
I am a formerly trained knight, with all the skills that come with it. Traveling the world, trying to find a new place.
But why Port Dania?
I heard there were problems here.
There are problems everywhere.
This is very true.
Most centered here. I come from northern continent,
Talaris.
Talaris. And even from Talaris, I heard of your plight.
How come the northern cities are hearing of our plight, but the clerics are not? Your canal system
Because
sucks.
It's because the ships from Talaris and Tempest Excordia are going missing. The clerics aren't sending ships, so they
Oh.
don't care.
That explains.
Basically, you're just like, which is why earlier Montague was like, oh, what do they think we can do? Pray them back? Yeah.
And now imagine Montague has
Because
this
he's
giant curly
Because he's
mustache.
clearly a sarcastic little bastard.
Okay, look. I want to trust you. But know that in my line of work, if I know that you are going behind my back, I have ways of finding you.
Lady Nyx, we don't need to trust each other. We just need to work together. I have no leads in the situation. I don't believe Freya has any leads, but we have been assigned to you. You are our commander, our leader for this task. Your will is our command, but we need direction. So what knowledge you have, please impart upon us, so we may help you and end the shipping issue.
This stays between us. It's under the table. Nobody knows about it, not even the lawmaster.
Absolutely.
I
Freya?
had Freya. I had a team. Three other individuals like me. Keep to the shadows, not like the regular guard of the city. We got tired of waiting around for the bureaucracy of the lawmaster to let us do what we needed to do. I put them on a ship heading south. It's been weeks and I haven't heard back from them. Their lives are in my hands, basically. I sent them specifically to the Southern Isles and they haven't returned. They haven't given me any correspondence or anything. Just silence.
So, from my understanding, from our brief discussion with the lawmaster, we are now assigned to you. So is that where we're going? The Southern Isles?
Well, we haven't had exactly a good track record of ships making it to the Southern Isles.
Let's not take a ship.
As you're having this conversation, probably as you're walking to the docks, you can start to smell, you can start to hear the activity of of like dock hands and smell the salt air of the.
It smells fishy.
You get used to it.
You can taste it.
Weirdly enough, before we started this game, I was eating fish and chips.
Oh, it's very strong.
I don't think that will ever brush out of my teeth. But
It
why
doesn't
don't we take something else instead of taking a boat? Let's take something else.
A submarine.
Do you have any ideas, Freya? I mean,
We could take-
skyships are hard. They're hard to come by.
Well, there's one docked in the airship port right now.
Well, I mean, are you two ready to go?
I mean,
Do you have the supplies you need? I mean,
I don't really know where we're going. What's the plan? Are we taking a ship? Are we?
well, it seems like Freya wants us to come into our skyship.
I
mean,
mean, I did not say that because as a cleric, stealing is wrong. But I mean, there is one part. I don't think stealing it is the best option, but there is one here and available.
Yes, and that skyship just made landfall. I can't imagine it anywhere close to being able to take off once again.
You wasted all of the energy to bring it here.
It landed 2 hours ago.
Is it only large boats that are disappearing?
Ooh,
DM, do I know if it's large?
that's a good
It's,
question.
yeah, it's mainly most of the smaller the smaller like little fishing vessels and things like that. They don't go out far enough. It's mainly the cross ocean kind of giant transport ships and stuff like that, like galleons, that kind of thing.
How long of a trek would it be?
From where to where?
From our port to their port.
If you're taking one of the big ships, it would probably take maybe, depending on the weather, possibly about 4 days.
Take us a
Are there
month.
any
Little boat.
like ships leaving to go to another port, like going past the Southern Isles or making a stop there?
Most of them because of the warnings that have gone off. They're sort of like going round the continent up to the round Nekthor up to Nepturus Bay in the east, and then heading up to the northern continents at this point to try and avoid that area to stop things from going missing. So
Okay.
there's not really stuff going to the Southern Isles at the minute, which is one of the problems, or one of the communication problems. But you did. Most people transporting there at the minute have been like the higher ups, like transporting via teleportation circle that you have to get in the capital, but from capital to capital. But yeah, that's more like nobles and lords and the politicians that are currently like zipping backwards and forwards, going like, "You're stealing our ships." No, we're not. Blah blah blah. You know, the stuff that you're currently fed up with, waiting for them to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The things. One thing that you do know is that you were getting annoyed at the lawmaster about, though, was the fact that as much as they're like questioning, like they're looking through all the shipping records and stuff like that, they're not questioning any of the smaller, like they're not questioning many of the actual sailors and things like that, and people who would and stuff, and they're not taking advantage of some of the more in the because there are more aquatic based like sentient life in the dock that do help out, and he's not really taking advantage of that sort of thing because it's the human ships that have been gone missing. He presumes it's the it's the those types of people who are wanting to get rid of it. So he's like, there's no point questioning like the merfolk and the fucking lizards and all of that shit, which is why you're like, why not?
Yeah, is there any way in Port Thania for us to talk to the merfolk?
Funnily enough, you do know there is a there's quite a lot of them work in the there's a lot of trade down around the docks between there is specifically like a merfolk market that's lower down. That's not open at the minute. That's sort of like is only open a few days a week, which it unfortunately it's the wrong day. But there is a tavern known as the Scaly Merman that is down by the docks. That
Love it.
yeah, that's it does have quite a lot of clientele involving like all the local sailors. Usually, it's one of the dock favorites purely because of the camaraderie that happens in there. Most of the sailors are quite friendly with the merfolk in the area.
I'll
'cause
be
they
right
do each
back.
other favors. Yeah, no worries.
Smoke
They do each
bomb.
other favors and stuff like that. Like if because for a while now they've had like if merfolk have been stuck with stuff, the local sailors will help them out. If the sailors are stuck like getting a boat, if one of the ships is stuck getting out or it's snagged on something, the merfolk would help them out, shit like that. So the Scaly Merman is kind of the sort of meeting place for that kind of conversation. So and out of all the taverns, it seems the most open-minded, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah, there's a couple of other taverns in the area that have they're not as popular. They wouldn't have merfolk there, but they would have sailors and they have lodging for sailors and stuff as well. Like for example, there's a tavern that's a bit further inland, just enough to get away from. Oh, the dog's playing now. Just enough to get away from just like the constant noise of the docks, called the Twin Suns. That's that they have quite a lot of lodging there for the sailors when they come into port, and there are a few other taverns dotted here and there, and like meeting places and things like that. But if you were wanting to specifically talk to merfolk and things like that about it, then the Scaly Merman's your best bet.
Oh, well, out of character, what? I don't want to hold you guys up. What do you want to do?
Doesn't matter to me.
We should go to the tavern.
Which one?
The merman one.
The Scaly Merman.
Okay.
Because I did not hear about another tavern. I was distracted by the fish market.
This is quite potent.
Really? I don't smell it anymore.
That's because you live here.
It's true.
So do you.
I live up at the
Also
top
true.
by the rich people. Though I am not
Well,
rich.
bloody
Ooh.
fucking
I am
da.
not rich.
I live by
I-
the rich people, but
I live where they have air conditioning and Glade.
Okay.
She's gonna like pick up one of the fish and be like, put it back. Wipe it on the knight.
Oh,
It was slimy. Did
You-
not
you-
expect
you-
that.
why? Why?
You hear your hands go. on his shiny armor.
That's cool.
Please stop.
It's like oil. It'll make it better.
No, it's leaving
It's like
streaks.
WD-40.
It's leaving streaks, and your fingerprints are everywhere.
She's
Please.
gonna draw a smiley face in it and then stop.
Why? Why are you the way you are?
This relationship is basically everyone against Belgrax again, isn't it?
Guys. Emo hair flip. Emo hair flip.
Oh god.
Emo hair flip. The world conspires against me, and I'm a werewolf.
As long as he doesn't lose an arm.
With a metal arm. Don't give me ideas.
I'm sorry, but you branding that witch
Was fucking
that was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
That's what metal arms were made for fucking branding people.
Yeah.
Okay, going to
Either
the
way,
tavern.
To the fucking rusty trombone. Where the fuck we're going.
We're going to the glittery merman.
Scaly merman, yeah.
Scaly merman.
Same thing.
So you head down further into the docks where the
Ew, that's gross.
So's fish guts on your armor.
It was not guts, it was slime.
Goo
Nick's,
fish slime is better than.
Nyx is just gonna like take out a piece of cloth and toss it at Oliver.
Thank you.
As
Spice.
Alavar's buffing himself,
Just a peck.
he's just rubbing his nipples again.
That's how I clean my armor. My armor's only dirty right here.
I don't understand how I got
Weird.
these smudges.
The weird thing is, it's like the bat suit from the Batman Forever films. Like those cinematic ones.
Yeah.
It's got, like nipples on the outside.
Bat nipples.
No, but yeah, as Alvar's like cleaning off the slime that you've just wiped all over his arm, Freya. You come down round. Nyx leads you down to the scaly merman. You can already see like there's a few patrons here and there. It seems quieter than usual just because of the fact that there's not much shipping traffic going in and out, but it's still kind of busy. Like going out on the outside, it's pretty. The outside is it's the same sort of granite building, but it's got wooden fronting that's painted this sort of like light teal green kind of thing with a sign a sign sticking out that says the Scaly Merman, and it's got a picture of like a merman face with like seaweed on his head.
I'm imagining. What I'm imagining is like this fucking Starbucks lady, just fucking splitting seaweed and shit.
Kind of, except it's a dude.
Except it's a man.
Yeah. So yeah, you can enter if you like.
Yep, definitely.
Okay.
Nyx.
Yeah?
Before we go into the Scaly Merman, we dressed appropriately. For I've been in several places of ill repute, and some have accepted this appearance, others have not.
I am a cleric, everyone accepts me.
Fine. Then will I be presentable in this establishment?
Well, I think you getting naked would not be presentable, so unless you have
Or-
a change of
That's-
clothes.
Or it might, depending on who's in the tavern.
Where I'm going.
I don't know if you want to ditch your armor, you can.
I mean, I do not want to ditch my armor. I'd like to keep it donned. However, if this is an establishment that does not accept fully armored, I could buff it a bit. Rough and tumble.
You don't go to a lot of taverns, do you?
not that follow the name of the scaly merman.
So
The
you should have left the
rigid
fish slime on it. You would have fit right
Scaly
in.
Merman, yeah. Scaly Merman, yeah.
yes.
You can find like a net and throw it over you if you want. It keeps it.
We're like a net shawl, is what you're saying. Like, just
Why not? Yeah, blend
doesn't-
right in.
it doesn't seem like that what's going to be appropriate. Seems like that would just look ridiculous.
It'd be like cutting holes in a bed sheet. You still know it's not the ghost.
I don't see how
Robin,
that's,
Robin, what the heck?
I don't see how that's relevant here at all.
You still know it's not a ghost.
That to be fair, that actually makes quite a lot of sense.
I warned y'all. I'm so
love it.
sorry.
I love it.
No, it's
That
fine.
was my
Love it.
favorite thing that you've ever said.
I need.
Oh
to
my
use
God.
that more- I need to use that as an example more often in my life. It's like cutting holes in a bed sheet. You still know it's not a ghost.
That's a euphemism for so many fucking things right there, man. That could be a fucking mantra.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
fucking genius.
I have my moments. Hey, Volts, can you turn up your mic just a little bit?
Oh my god.
I can hear you, but my mic's up really loud, and Ethan's like,
Is that better?
yes.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
Cool.
Ethan's just so loud. I'm like, I can't. It hurts.
Well, mine was fucking Ashley. She was very loud in my headset, so I've been like fucking going up and going down for who's talking.
So no.
Ha!
Anyway,
so-
guys.
Yeah. So it doesn't help that like your mics are all like stuck to your head, so no matter where you move, it's fine. Mine's so I move back.
I was talking about.
Ow.
That hurt.
Teeth.
Really.
But
Oh my
so
God.
yeah, you all
That's a deep back.
presumably you all head in. You
As
yeah.
we're just gonna
So
scruff.
I am still
Yeah.
the shiniest.
It'll draw the attention.
Well, thank you.
That's not quite how. Yes, fine.
So as you head in, you open the door. There's the main like corridor entrance room, and a set of stairs that goes down. And as you go down, it sort of opens up into this area. Like the main tavern is there, but it's like they've opened up the cellar, so it's one giant room. Rather than like two floors. There's some balcony like as you enter. There's like some balcony kind of areas where the normal floor would be if you were going straight in, like near the back. And there's seating all around. And the one thing you notice is when you look over from the entrance, when you look over to the left hand side, there's kind of this like glass layer going across from about a couple of foot away from the entrance down to the bar at the end, and at the other side of this glass layer up to about it reaches up to about the 6 footers. It reaches up to about your waist. It's about 3.5 foot high, like waist, lower chest area, and all over all of the other side is filled with water. And from as you go in, you look back, and where the stairs have come down, there's actually like a little water entrance into the tavern for like the merfolk and that to get in and out.
That's cool. So there's
Yeah.
like the sound of like running water.
Yeah. So it's sort of like
People must have to pee here a lot.
So you can see a couple of tables arranged in the merfolk area. The bar at the end sort of like spans in between both, but behind the bar is completely dry. There's a couple of you can see a couple of like what look like the stereotypical sailors that you used to being around. Like when Freya, when you've read in storybooks about sailors, they kind of look like that. And Alavar, they kind of look like kind of like the skyship crew, but like they work way harder. Basically, because they don't have the benefit of magic powering their ship. Next, this is the kind of person that you're used to seeing around this sort of area. There's not really anyone in the balcony areas. There's a couple of merfolk in as well. And behind the bar, there's a cleaning a glass and checking the stocks, kind of like staring off into space. You can see this female half elf. She's got basic loose kind of. She's wearing the same kind of loose sailor clothes, but she's got a her hair is sort of like an auburn kind of color, and it's like down to her shoulder here, and the entire left hand side is just completely buzz cut, and it's like her head down to her neck is covered in tattoos, and you can see a couple on her arms as well. You also see the pointed ears. She looks quite a lot paler than Nyx though. like she's either not seen sun lately, or she's more of an originally from slightly more northern than you probably, Alivar. Like that kind of area.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
It's magic.
So as you walk in, she sort of looks up, kind of clocks that you're there, gives you a brief nod, and goes back to what she's doing.
I mean, I was gonna ask Nyx a question here about the sailors, but
Is the
But then
glass
she vanished.
is the glass next to the wall, is it see-through so we can see the entrance, or is it like just mirrored glass?
No, it is see through. It's only basically high enough to form a. It's only high enough to form a barrier to stop the water from flowing into where you are.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like a full on glass wall.
Okay.
So you can see on that area there are sort of like the odd places where there's tables that sort of like a glass, so people can sit with their merfolk friends and share a drink and things.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like a communal thing. It's just that the giant watery area makes it way easier for the merfolk to get around rather than flopping around on the floor.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense.
Yeah. I always wondered offhand in the monster manual where it's like, oh, merfolk, normal walking speed 10 feet. I'm like, how? Yeah, I figured they were like stood on their tails and just sort of going boink, boink, boink.
There's doing like little dry humps forward.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
They just do the
like a
worm,
weird snake. Yeah.
like a
Oh,
weird
man.
snake.
Fucking crawling, this guy. I'm coming.
Like an omnidirectional snake.
Lady Nyx, do any of these sailor types look like the sort who would be traveling the trade route who's been being raided?
They all look like sailors, so they all look like they would be out on the ocean quite a bit.
Right, but you don't recognize any in particular of who might belong to which vessel, which travels a certain route. Nothing of the sort.
Can I do like some sort of check to see if I recognize
Yeah. you
particular
can,
sailor? Can I check?
Do an investigation check.
Oh
See
boy.
if- yeah.
Another roll.
I'm
20.
You got what? Sorry.
20.
Oh, not bad. Most of the sailors in there, and you don't really recognize. You've not seen them before. There are a couple at the in the sort of in the land section, I will call it. There's one fella at the back that near the bar who he's kind of close to the divide between the sections at the bar, and he's from you recognize him from a ship that recently docked, Greyfriars Bobby.
Greyfriars Bobby?
Greyfriars Bobby, yeah.
Okay. Do I happen to know his name or no?
You don't know his name offhand, but you do recognize him. You've seen each other in passing and said "hey" and things. And you also know the barkeep Jocelyn as well,
Okay.
because you've come in here the odd time, and she's introduced herself mainly because of your shared love of that type of haircut.
Hey, side shave.
Shaved head.
Yeah.
Radical.
This is precisely the NPC I was talking about when you were like,
I
this
know.
is how
I
I
got.
have my hair. I was like, fuck.
I know. I got that as soon as you started describing her. I'm like, oh, it's like, of course, the one NPC that we encounter, and it's this one.
Oh, I actually didn't include in my description that I also have a side shave on the right side.
This one has it on the left, and she's got
have
Both
tattoos.
sides.
I have a mohawk. Kind of.
Yeah.
Reverse mohawk. It's just no hair here and only hair here.
I'm gonna like. I'm gonna, try to, in all seriousness, point out one of the merfolk to Oliver, and say, "Hey, I think that one was kind of eyeing you. Maybe you should go talk to them for some information. See if you can glean anything from them."
Which are we talking about? The sailor dude or the actual bartender who has the same haircut? Which one?
No, the merfolk.
Merfolk over there.
You can see, you can't really see. He's sat in the shadows. There is one merfolk dude sat at the back, kind of keeping himself to himself. That properly in the watery area. So the only way you can talk to him is either call him over or start swimming. Jump the wall and try to swim over.
I'll go up
Which
to
you don't-
I'll go up to the bartender first.
Okay. So
And this is a woman, right?
yeah, she is. She
Miss.
she looks up. She's like, how do you do? What can I do for you?
I'm looking to procure a drink that would be both acceptable to me as well as the gentleman over there in the corner, the merfolk. What do they typically drink?
She sort of has a confused look on her face a second, and then looks.
Does that gentleman have a preferred drink? Is what I'm getting towards.
She looks over and she what?
What was the barkeep's name again?
Splash
Sorry.
some water in his face.
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. I'm gonna walk over to Jocelyn and slap a couple of gold coins on the counter and say, "Get him the usual, my friend, and that merfolk.
Yeah, it's a merman over in the corner.
Merman.
Yeah. She sort of she just kind of nods at you and
He's new to town."
yeah, she kind of she glances back at Alivar and's like, yeah, I can tell. She
Wait. No. I'm just looking to take up conversation. That's it. Conversation is the goal.
Right. She sort of like glances over at him and then she's like, I'll get him a drink and then we'll see how he wants to react. She
So is he gonna?
sometimes he can be in a chatty mood, but sometimes he's a bit, you know.
Right.
At that point, she kind of looks at Nyx and she's like, "Yeah, you know, you've seen him in his moods."
And does he have a name?
Most of us around here call him G.
G. Yes.
Hey, Ethan, what's your wisdom modifier?
Not good.
Cool. That might actually work in my favor. Cool.
One of these. Whichever one looks good for you.
So, as you're talking to her, she's pouring out. She pours out this sort of. She gets out a couple of like miniature glasses, and she pulls out this bottle of pretty strong spirit, and pops the cork. Pours one out for G and one out for presumably Alavar. After yep. And so she sticks one in front of Alavar with a bit of a wink, and then takes the other over to the far end of the bar where G's sat.
I mean, could you ask him to come this way as opposed to bring it all the way over to him?
Like, after
I don't want this to be like a seductive.
after-
I don't
yeah,
want
after-
him to be confused of the intention.
No, after she's she goes over, has a word. You can see him. You can see the merman over there. He kind of like sort of shifts a bit in the shadows and kind of looks over at you, and then looks back at his drink and starts drinking slowly. She comes back and she says, "Hey, once he's finished his drink, he may come over. We'll see."
Right.
Like I said, he can be a bit fickle at times.
How
Well,
deep is the water?
If there's anything, it's like 3.5 foot.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
So, Freya's been kind of standing in the doorway, and she's gonna see the guy kind of like, to Ethan. And so she's just gonna hop the bar and like walk over to him.
oh, good heavens.
And sit down and be like, do you want to see a trick?
Oh,
So you basically like you've hopped the bar and Jocelyn sort of looks at you and goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" As you hear a boosh,
Yeah.
as Freya looks, Jocelyn kind of like looks at Nyx to see how she's reacting, and then just kind of sits back and to watch.
Lady Nyx, is she allowed to do that?
No, but let her do it.
Oh. Another round,
as you-
both of us, please.
Yeah. So as you're doing that, Jocelyn gets you some more more standard ales rather than the really strong liqueur that you had before.
Nyx is gonna take a sip and go. It usually takes about 3 rounds for someone to do this. Happens once a night.
So you
OCC question: what information are we going after?
you're trying to find out more about the missing ships and stuff,
Okay.
and if they know about if maybe the merfolk have seen anything about the missing, because obviously they live further out to sea. Maybe
Yeah.
they know more.
Okay,
about
just
it,
making
'cause-
sure I'm on the right
yeah.
thought process, because she's a little scatterbrained.
So Freya's come up and's like, "Want to see a trick?" So the merfolk, the merman there, he sort of leans forward a bit, and as he catches the light, you can see that he could possibly be he's most likely the scaly merman that the pub's named after. He's got the like seaweed on his head and stuff.
You have something on your face. That's me. Oh no, that's you. Okay.
He sort of looks at you. He's like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Oh my god, no! No!
Yes!
I regret this decision. I do not want to play this game anymore.
Yes.
What's this trick you've got to show me?
I need information.
I've been planning that for an entire fucking week.
Damn it! I'd almost rather have the turkeys. Me and my friends need information, and I can show you a neat trick for trade.
At this point, he's sort of like looks you up and down. He looks back at the bar and he's like, "Is that why Pretty Boy sent me the drink?"
She's gonna look over at him and be like, maybe? Don't know. He might like you. He came from an airship. I don't know what those people like.
We should have sent him Bailey's.
Sounds kind of fancy.
He's very fancy. He likes his armor all buffed and shiny. But anyway, I need information, and you look like the type of guy.
Yeah,
that
he knocks
has-
his drink as you talk.
You look like the type of guy that has information, and I can show you a really, really funny trick.
Let's see the trick. We'll see where this is gonna go.
Okay.
It's a downstairs mix-up.
She's gonna turn and be like, Alvar, will you come here, please?
Yes.
Jocelyn, at this point, she
Miss,
looks at you and goes,
what's the best way?
just hop over. It's like climb on one of the stools and hop over. It's
Quite.
she's like, once he says you can go over, it's fine.
How deep does it get?
It's only about yay high, like gestures at like bar height, like slightly less than bar height. So
Great.
it's up to like up to your waist.
Great. Then I will make my way and vault over.
Whoop!
See, I think he likes you. He's getting more pretty. Anyway, my trick is that I can make him dance with one word.
Yes. Lady Freya. Sir?
Hey there.
Do you want to see him dance?
I'd like to see this jive turkey dance.
Okay. And she's going to cast command and turn to him and be like, will you jive, please? Or jive. She'll just say jive. So I need you to make a wisdom check.
Oh, fuck you! You piece of fucking shit.
This is amazing.
Is it a wisdom check?
Uh-huh.
Mother fucking son of a bitch. I need to check one thing real quick. Just in my message for a minute here.
Okay.
Just because of the whole...
Delaying the inevitable.
I just need to check one thing because I might have something for this, so I just gotta double check something.
Fair enough. I like the fact that like the pub's called the Scaly Merman, and there's a dude with seaweed for hair on the fucking sign, and you still didn't get it. I was making it as obvious as possible.
I was waiting for it to happen.
That's a great reveal, man. Phenomenal.
Should put some
Like I said,
Baileys
I
in
found
his
that
shoe for him.
I'm trying to find the
Do you want to go to a club where they wee on each other?
trying to find.
My head full.
I'll copy and paste it over in just a minute once I find it, but
Yeah, okay. Half orcs are immune to wisdom.
no, I'm trying to figure out the rules that we had for the whole storage thing.
Oh, okay. It was.
I don't think wisdom was part of it. I just want to check it to see if it was.
No, I don't believe it was.
Constitution and it was Constitution and Dex. That's what it was.
Yeah, Constitution and Dex.
Right. All right.
Sorry.
Wisdom it is then.
That is a fail. So you start to dance.
Fucking hell! I just looked at the roll. Yeah. So you say that, and like he starts fucking dancing. Slight confused look on his face. He's like, "What the fuck?" And
They're called cat claws.
whereas Greg's in the corner. He like starts clapping along. Like, that's a fancy trick there.
Yeah. So do you have any information on the ships disappearing by the Isles? Or
I
why?
wondered when someone was going to ask me about that. I've been talking, but most of these people think I'm a crazy fool.
It'll go away after a minute. Just let him dance it out. I don't want to waste another spell. I love that I'm streaming this too, so I mean this is all captured.
It's for the world to see right here. This is how sophisticated gentlemen dance in this Dungeons and Dragons world.
So we
They
do
vogue.
So we do have this kind of recorded then.
Yeah, from the point that Freya and him were sitting in the lobby, and she was like, "This is a nice couch."
Oh, okay, fair enough. So I just missed the intro like description and.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to stream Discord.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We can fill that in. I just kind of wanted a recording of that fucking reveal, because pat myself on the back.
That was great. That was a great reveal.
Sorry, but yeah, one thing you notice, Nix, is as Freya says anything about the missing ships, and Greg starts like, I knew someone was going to talk to me about this. You just see Jocelyn go, oh. like
We're talking to the wrong guy.
So as if people have been asking him about that kind of thing before, but like she's like, he's no. So he's like, I've been seeing things. I've been seeing lots of things with those ships.
Really, like
back
what?
out in my home in my cave, like under the sea further out there. There's been some of the ships have been going. I know there's been rumors going on that it's them, the lizards, but I ain't seen no lizards. I've just been seeing these weird scaly fish men. There's been a scaly fish man and taking one of the boats, and there's been another taking another. And
Where are they taking them?
I ain't seen where they're taking them, just that they're taken.
And how many scaly fishmen would you say there are?
You have like 2 more minutes. I hope you don't die.
It's a great song. There's even any fucking music in this bar.
Music.
No.
He's dancing with no music.
Yes. You can feel the rhythms just pulsing through your veins.
All right, Gaston, calm down.
It's like literally
I
just
use
water
alleys and all of
splashing.
my decorating.
But yeah, he starts like going on about these fucking. He's like, I never saw how many there were in total. There's just these little groups of fishmen that were coming and taking things.
Were
And
they coming into the water, or were they already in the water?
they've been coming into the water. They've been coming out of the water. They've been taking stuff from here to stuff from down south. They've been taking stuff from all over the fucking
What
place.
color are they?
They're a fish.
Well, you're a fish, and that person's a fish, and y'all are different colors.
There's no need to be so fucking racist.
Where? Where are they going?
There's a difference between us mermen and the weird fish people.
Oh, I'm
They're
sorry.
they're all scaly and they got the fish faces and they walk around and they worship those weird gods that they make up and all sorts of weird crap.
She's gonna
Whereas
kind of like lean over the table to look at his legs.
Us people as merfolk are more civilized. At which point
So-
he literally picks up a shoe and starts drinking out of it.
So does he have legs or like the tail?
Son of
No,
a bitch.
he is merfolk. He has a tail.
But the fish people have legs because they were walking around.
From the weird, deranged things he's been saying, yes.
That's interesting.
It's like they're the opposite of a mer person.
Like a mer person and a human had a baby.
They're,
Fish on top,
yeah.
legs on the bottom.
Ethan,
They're
the
like-
spell ends.
There's not even any music.
Pretty boy finished dancing. Come on, boy. You ever drunk beer out of a shoe?
Don't do it. Don't do it. I did it once, and you don't get that taste out of your throat.
Out of your throat.
Yes, that's where liquid goes.
I usually taste in the front of my palate, not down deep.
But I'm not the paladin, so I don't. Anyway, where do they take the ships? Do they take them back to the land? Do they take them further into the ocean? Do they bring them under the water?
I don't know where they've been taking them. I just know
Then how
that
do you
they've
know
been
that they've been
disappearing.
taken, not just moved?
Because they're there, and then the fish people turn up, and then all of a sudden, poof!
So they vanish. They don't go somewhere. They just disappear.
The ship just fucking disappears.
That's interesting. Did you know that?
It like goes.
What's
it
your
like-
name?
it-
Nix? Nix, did you know that they just disappear?
Did I
she's
know what?
She's yelling this across the bar. Did you know that the ships are just disappearing? They just right out of existence?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Oh, she did not tell us that. She just said they weren't showing back up. I thought maybe they...
They haven't come back. That means they disappeared.
I thought you meant like somebody stole them, not vanished into thin air. That's wizardry shit.
We haven't found them. I thought that was clear.
No.
So, Greg. Is it Greg?
Yep, Greg's the name. I'm Greg.
Don't wear it
Yes. You are quite an aged gentleman. Do you mind if I call you Old Greg?
I don't mind, pretty boy.
So, Old Greg. Is there a certain shipment that they tend to target, or is it just ships in general as they pass through?
No, there's not been anything specific. They're just finding ships, taking them. They're doing whatever they want whenever they find a boat. They've just been
Thanks.
they've just been finding these boats, taking the boats. That like whether it's got people, it's got food, it's got all sorts. They just come and take the boats, and they're just like worshipping the weird fishy god.
Weird
Being
fishy
like-
god? What kind of god is that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's some sort of weird fish.
I know a lot about the gods. Can you be a little more specific?
You
Even
know,
vaguely specific, I might be able to figure it out.
well, you know how you've got a real god and I got a real god, and like the
Well, my god's the only
dwarf-
real god, so I don't know about yours, but
a little bit of a correction there. Like you know for a fact that all the other gods do exist. You're clearly just being a dick at this point. Deliberately at him. But he's like there's your god and there's my god, the emperor, and there's the god that the dwarves and the giants worship that do all the hammering, and then there's the two fucking dragons and shit. No, these fishy people just worship this weird. They're like, hey, it's a fish god and it's got crab arms and it's like got weird tentacle face and shit.
so they made up a god?
But I don't know, presumably. I've never heard of any god like this, and it didn't. Like as soon as the weird fish folk turned up, they started talking about this weird fucking fish god.
Do you know the name?
They're like, Half the time it has crab claws, half the time it doesn't.
Do you know the name? Because names have power.
I do. Let me. I remember they mentioned they mentioned
Adu.
the odd time I've heard them jibber jabbering in their weird fishy language. And the first thing the only
Fuck.
thing I've been able to understand is this weird Ichtherodul. Is what they said.
Ichthyorodul.
You
Can
can,
I
you can make a
Do a
Make a
religion? Okay. Just to see if I'm like, don't I know this? Is this
Yeah.
made up? Did they buy a picture from the map guy?
They just found a map and they're like, "This is our god now."
Yay, intelligence that I don't have any of. 3! I don't know if that's a god. I think that's a TV show.
You see, from
Do you want to yell out across the
from-
bar to me?
from what
The
you know,
Jersey
it's like
hairdo.
from your studies, have mainly been on the Soul Ember, but you think there may have been a story once about her going fishing and finding this dude called Ichtherodul, but you're not entirely sure.
I might have to
You
go
may
read
have
up.
been not paying attention in that class and doodling instead.
I think I read a bedtime story once about him, but I don't like the history too much. I more like the weapon training, so
Yeah,
I
can
might
tell.
need to study more. And she's gonna get up and kind of walk away.
He sort of looks over at Alivar. He's like, I guess, like jump over the side again.
Oh my god, I almost fall. It's alright, I caught myself.
At which point, Greg turns back to Oliver. He's like, "So I guess it's just me and you now, pretty boy."
I really do not know why she called me over.
She's gonna walk over to the sailors and be like, "Do y'all want to see a trick?"
Because you know how to dance. Meanwhile, the other two sailors, there's one who's like the two you approach. There's one who's like a grizzled older gentleman in his 60s, like a proper like a grizzly beard. He's blind in one eye and stuff like that. He's sat there. He's the one that Nix recognized earlier as captain of Greyfriars, Bobby. And then there's another one who looks a little bit younger. He still looks a bit haggard. His skin's got a bit leathery from like being like exposed to sunlight quite a lot on the decks of the ships. But they both kind of look up at you, and the older of the two is like, I'll see a trick."
Okay, hold on. And she turns. Never mind, I don't have any more tricks. I have gold though.
They kind of look at each other and are like,
I don't have any more spells. I'm sorry.
"Gold for what?"
Information.
It be information you seek.
What was that look for, Nix?
Meanwhile, Alivar's like sat there, and Greg's like, "You sure you don't want to drink out of a shoe?"
Yes,
Like,
quite sure.
"So what brings you here, Mr. Greeny Man?"
I would really like to leave.
Well, I say you did buy a drink. I guess that gets you some. That only gets you so far. You want to talk to me? You buy me another drink. You hear?
We've already. Do you have more to share than what you've already told my compatriots?
I don't know. What do you want to know?
Just for the time being,
He's like at this point, he's holding he's holding his beer shoe in one hand, and he's like twirling his twirling his seaweed hair in the other.
I'm very confused.
You want to
Yes,
see my
I will.
paintings?
Excuse me.
You want to see my paintings?
Your paintings.
Yeah, I did all the painting in here. And he's basically pointing at like loads of canvases that are just like various shades of green. there's no other colors, it's just green.
They are, lovely.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an artist.
Yes, that's what I would say as well.
Okay, you can go now. He goes back to drinking his shoe, and he's just from this point he's just blanked you now. It's like
Yes,
he
sir.
got bored.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Out of character. I'm sorry, man. This is exactly why I sent you over there.
So we
God.
learned fucking nothing from him. Solid half an hour worth of game right there.
But you got the best reveal ever.
Yes, that's true. That was.
And Ethan got a
Greg, I
workout.
will find you again.
He got a workout.
And I got the shoulders going, nice and limber.
Right. So
Nick's,
Freya, you're with
Nix
is what?
is gonna go over, talk to him.
Okay, fair enough. Jocelyn's watching. She's at the bar, like just sort of stood there, arms crossed, watching Alavar just go.
Please. 2. Thank you.
She sort of like gives you a nod and pours like two of the stronger drinks out again.
Oh man.
So the captain of Greyfriars, Bobby.
Yeah, Captain, we've met a couple times. What's your name, by chance? Don't think we've ever been properly introduced.
Ah, we haven't. My name is Captain.
Bobby.
No.
Bobby. Damn it, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby.
My name is Captain Christopher Rose.
Quit whacking off to the tool shed.
Not Christopher Robin?
Nope. Rose. Spell R-O-S-Z.
Why bother?
Because I'm a stickler for spelling, that's why. There'll be a quiz on this afterwards.
Anyway, Christopher, if I may. Do you know anything about the disappearance of the ships lately?
Hey, that's why we've been grounded. They won't let us your lot. He points at the at your watch logo. They won't let us back out of port unless we go all the way up north first, round the other side of the country, which is gonna take way too long.
That might be a good option.
Well, Christopher, what if I went with you on one of your voyages? Me and my friends here.
We are friends now? Yay.
I high five her.
Well, you may have the seeing as it's your lot that aren't letting us go. Maybe you'll have the clout to be able to get us out. Is the guy sat next to him? He's like, yeah, we've been stuck here for a week.
In the bar?
He looks at you, he's just like, and then he looks at his pint, he's like, I fucking wish. Just
She's gonna look at Alavar come and be like, do you need to, like, shake out your armor? Because mine has holes in it so the water comes out. Are you okay? Is your armor going to fill up?
I'm fine.
Oh.
Do you know?
clank, sploosh, clank, sploosh, clank, sploosh.
Doing okay over there, buddy? You're looking a little green.
He's
Ha.
green.
Yeah, from the corner here.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, she puts a third one down on the table. Yeah. So all I know about these ships is they've been going missing somewhere out towards the fucking glorious realms.
Hmm.
The weird thing is, I had a couple of friends go over there before, and there was no issue whatsoever until they were getting back.
Hmm.
What kind of issue?
They never turned up.
Oh, well, that would be an issue.
Yeah. But hey, if you're willing to pay us this voyage, we want to get out of here as much as you. And if you can, if you're willing to, like, promise to try and get us through safe, then sure, we'll give it a shot. We're
We can try.
bored shitless. The
How
other guy's
much-
just staring into his pint. He's like, I miss home.
Where is home, darling? And she's gonna like put her hands on his hands and sit down next to him. Like, where is your home?
We came from up from Tempus Excordia. We came down, delivering our usual stocks of like specialist building materials and all of that kind of jazz. And
Is that what is on all the ships? And she's gonna kind of look at Nyx and be like, what is on the ships?
from what you remember, Nix, there's like a mixture of like everything. There's like
Oh,
there's
trade
some
goods.
that are that
Yeah.
kind of thing. There's food. There's been passenger ships that have just vanished. There's
Okay.
like the fleet that went missing was like a military fleet that was on practice runs, like training and things like that, and which is that it was when that happened that the capital of Nekthor were like, whoa, this isn't just weird coincidence or pirates or whatever.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was just like one ship disappearing here and there, and they were just like, it's probably pirates, and we'll get it back because we have the other ships going around hunting pirates or whatever. But then, like, an entire fleet disappeared, and that was when everyone started panicking.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. You said that if we're willing to pay you, how much does your voyage usually cost, Captain?
A 4-day journey over to 4-day journey. I know his voice is flexing a bit. It's because I'm trying to remember what the fuck I did for him.
Old man Greg got in your head.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't do like every single character you come up to be like, hey, I'm old Greg again. Hey, for a 4-day journey, dependent on how the weather's gonna be. I'd say if it was just an empty run like that, it'd probably only cost us about maybe 150 gold most just to get over there, and then we'd make most of our money getting the goods over there. So we can easily, if you just give us a bit of a deposit and try and guarantee our safety and the fact we can actually leave this fucking dock, then we're willing to make it cheaper because we'll just make the money. We'll make the money once we get out of this port. Like we've got nothing else to lose at this point. I'm just losing money just sat here.
We could try. And maybe I'd paint my sun symbol on your boat and it'll help protect us.
He kind of looks at you and is just like, no one touches Greyfriars, Bobby.
Maybe like a flag or something? Something decorative?
A flag, maybe. No repainting.
I
But a
didn't need the
flag,
whole boat.
repainting can be bad luck.
Well, women on
The
boats are bad luck too, and you're about to bring two of them on. Maybe three. I don't know. It's under his armor.
don't know what. I don't know where you heard that piece of information, but I've had plenty of women sailors on my ship, and they do a fine fucking job.
Okay.
That's some proactive shit. This is an affirmative action fucking vessel. Freya.
So 50 gold will get us on the boat and to the next port, and then on the way back we swing by the Isles.
Well, to be fair, we can. I think the closest port probably would be in the Isle, so we can if we can get there, then that's enough of a distance for us to be able to start making our money back. You can get where you need to go, and then we can head west. We can head west from there.
Okay. So, hold on one second. You guys keep going.
Anyways.
So we want to investigate the Isles by going to the Isles. Right?
Hey, maybe you'll get lucky and those weird fish people that the crazy one in the corner was talking about will fucking turn up. Or, the more realistic thing, the ships that are taking our ships will turn up, and maybe you can get to the bottom of it that way. You'll be able to get on board one of these ships that's taking ours and
This is going a lot
find
the
out
best way.
who's doing it.
But you have a boat. We just need to get passage out of the
Ship.
boat.
Ship.
It's the same thing.
Not
Boats
to-
travel on rivers. A boat can fit about 5 people in. A ship is a ship. We sail across oceans in Greyfriars Bobby.
It's a boat.
You're swiftly talking your way out of getting on my fucking ship.
Christopher, I will look into getting that clearance, and I will let you know soon.
It might be easier just to sneak onto the airship. Just saying. Because it's an
Which point he sneaks-
airship, not a boat.
At which point he starts chuckling to himself. He's like, "You do know there's no airship ports in the Southern Isles, right?"
Is there not? They could just drop us off from up high. I'll be fine. I don't
Do you
know
want to
that-
do you want to just parachute down?
I don't have to parachute. I have wings. She just kind of sits a little proper. I don't know what you two are going to do.
I'm not even there.
He's at the bar drinking.
Yeah.
He will sink like a rock. Okay,
Pulling a
get
bell drive.
clearance. Pay these people. Get on their ship. And then go to the island. We got it. How long till y'all can make ready?
We've been ready to go for a week.
How long till you can get the paperwork?
That depends on the lawmaster. I'd have to go talk to him.
What if we back it with a holy seal and say that we want to go over there to spread the love of my goddess, and we're doing a sacred mission to go help the people that we destroyed their city. We're trying to keep peace. So
It wouldn't hurt.
So it is a holy mission.
Wouldn't hurt.
Also, we need books from over there because they all got destroyed. Could we try that? Alavar, do you have a god?
Him? No.
You don't have a god? You should get one. They're very nice.
I mean, I don't have a patron god, but I think all the gods have power over their realms.
That's fine. I will convert you.
He's very drunk right now, Freya.
That's fine. Easier to convert.
At this point, like, I don't know if, Alvar, make a perception check.
Sure. If I got roofied by a fucking old Greg, I'm gonna be pretty upset. Perception?
Yep.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, nothing's been happening to your drinks because Jocelyn's been making them and giving them straight to you. But you do notice, old Greg has slowly been sidling his way back up to the edge of the bar where you are. Like, he's kind of watching you just because he finds your antics amusing at this point. He's like, hey, this is my own little show. I like watching drunk green guys. Like, you kind of, like, out of the corner of your eye, you can see him, like, make a gesture to Jocelyn and then, like, point at you, and he's, like, got this giant grin on his face, and Jocelyn just kind of goes... She's like, oh, for...
No,
like,
don't
she's
want.
got this...
No,
This
don't
got
want.
this exasperated expression on her face, like, for fuck's sake.
Jocelyn! Dear.
Yes!
Why?
Yeah. Why what? you hear him go like,
I've...
The place is called the Scary Merman. He owns half the bar.
Maybe you could get us some more information, Ethan.
Jocelyn?
Alavar, you need to be in this conversation. Can you come over here, please?
She kind of taps you on the shoulder, and she's like, "Don't worry, dear. I'll set up a tab for you." Is that hold on a minute, or are you wanting 4?
No.
Just the one.
Him.
Oh, he wants one. Okay.
No,
She paused.
He
Nope.
wants. Alavar wants him.
I am done.
She pulls out another like little drink. It's a different kind, like a weird, like a smoky liquid, and she says, "Drink this."
Where did this come from?
This is a concoction I've been making. It'll help people in your kind of predicament.
Rightly. Oh.
Right. Do me a favor. Quickly make a Constitution check.
Well, with my thing packed away in my thing, I have advantage for this.
Yeah, you do.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank fucking God for that. Yeah. So that could have gone so fucking bad.
It could have been a bad night. A very
Yeah.
strange night for Alavar.
So as you
Welcome
As
to
you drink-
Port Dania.
as you drink the smoky liquid, you can feel it sort of like, whereas all the other alcohols made you feel numb, this one like it keeps the sort of like energetic buzz that you get, but it goes and kind of like flushes out all your senses, so you feel like proper fully alert again, and so you get all of the drunken high buzz with none of the weird wooziness and like you're sober but you're buzzed at the minute. So rather than just being like, I'm fine again.
Keep him away. If you, I know you said he's an owner. Whatever I need, to put him back in his little corner, please. Can we do so?
Hey, don't worry, it doesn't mean any harm. Greg,
I
like shoot,
don't.
I'm looking after him. He's sober again, and Greg's like, oh, you're no fun. Like,
that is concerning. That right there is concerning.
Have you not heard his rants about the crate? Have you not heard his rants about the manfish? It's fucking weird. I have to put up with this every day. And at which point, like from the end of the from over in the
Fuck,
corner,
dude. He was talking, and the whole time was like, "Oh yeah, the fucking manfish."
from the corner, from the corner, you could hear, "I saw the fucking manfish, the weird scaly fish, man. They're all over." And she's like, "Yeah, get back to your drinking out of the fucking shoe."
I did not realize he was insane. Yes.
Sometimes he comes out with some good things, other times he's just fucking cuckoo.
The fishman. Cuckoo good thing.
Well, I ain't seen any fucking fishmen around here, I'll tell you that.
Quite. Well, thank you for the last drink you poured.
Not a problem, I know it works now.
Quite. I'll head back over to my friends. And Jocelyn, good evening.
No problem. You need another drink? Just give me a shout.
Nope. Head that way.
She just nods and goes back to doing whatever she was doing behind the bar.
Oh, fuck you.
What have I done?
Oh fuck! My beard just exploded. That's what happened.
I
put him down. I put him down too quick.
Fair enough.
It's like Mount fucking Vesuvius right now.
Meanwhile, in the corner, you've got Christopher Rose being like, "Are you insulting Greyfriars Bobby?"
No, we're not. In no way.
I know, I'm pulling your leg.
It's a little hard
Right,
to
if
tell
you
when you've
could
had
get
one
it-
too many.
Hey, you can. Well, if you can get the permissions, we can set off as soon as you need. Me and Benji over here, we can get back to the ship and fucking sort that shit out and get the crew ready to go.
I will find you there.
Aye, no problem. Benji! Come on! He's Benji sat there like, I want another drink first. He's like, fuck's sake! Come on, you can get a drink on the boat.
Feel bad for Benji.
Which, like, when he says boat, he looks at Freya like really sarcastically. And he takes it out. He's like, turns around to Nix. He's like, when you get we'll be down at dock 6.
Dock 6. Okay.
Yeah, take him out. So they head out, and then yeah. So you're kind of alone in the bar, apart from Jocelyn's there, and then like Greg sat like has gone off to his corner, and he's just like doing whatever fishmen do, scaly mermen do.
I do not like this place.
What is that? Is it the drinks or the company?
Mostly the company. The drinks are the reason why I'm here, I suppose. Jocelyn, she was wonderful. Greg, on the other hand, he was a character.
He's a little crazy.
Foresight would have been welcome.
You're new to town. I mean, the only way to get you acquainted with the town is to throw you right in.
On that, we will disagree, but either way, we're past that. I hope your conversation was more prosperous than mine was.
It was indeed. Volts,
And?
is it safe to assume that Nyx has a place within the city? Like a home or an apartment or a room?
Well, Nyx is part of the city watch. You've got some accommodation provided. There's a couple of like barracks kind of places within the monolith itself, but in the southern quarters, they're in the southern part of the southern quarters of the city itself. There are like some there is like a little like guard, a watch compound kind of thing. More like housing and general housing and things like that you can say. Basically, it's just whoever's whoever's doing duty and ends up around there, you can sort of like book in, and they have rooms available. They don't usually let other people in, but unless it's like important people that are being guarded or whatever. But because technically Alavar and Freya are on the payroll, as you'd say, you could probably get them in.
Alavar, we got the boat.
A boat or a ship?
A boat.
A ship.
No, it's
Ship.
a boat.
It's a ship.
Whatever.
If you keep saying that, you're going to make Christopher mad.
He's not here. He called it the boat himself.
Sarcastically.
Oh, I don't get that.
I can tell.
But we have to go talk to the tiny man with the big desk and ask if we can leave. Because apparently
Yes.
no one can leave. So we're going to have a holy mission.
Oh, holy
Yes.
mission now.
Yes.
Nyx will want to go ahead and head back to the Lawmaster to talk to him.
I will go with
Okay?
And I don't want to be here with Greg by
because
myself.
I have the pamphlets.
I'll also go with them.
Fair enough. You all
Bye,
head out the
Greg! She leaves.
Bye-bye, crazy lady. Goodbye, pretty.
I like we made old Greg a fucking like date rapist. In the span of like 20 minutes, he just became much darker than we started as.
Who was that wizard that kept popping up in our first game, Ethan?
Adrid.
Ugh!
Fucking shit, Adrid. That's who he was.
Fuck that guy.
Fucking cunt.
I don't know who that is. And
Good.
Neither do I.
Good.
Right, so what it was every time something bad happened, this fucking douchebag Adrid was like, hey, he's there.
And then
Oh,
I
what do you
trapped him in a bag of holding once.
It was great. Either way, back to the Watch Master Commander, Watcher, Rule Master, Lawmaker.
So yeah, you come out the scaly merman and head back up towards the monolith. Yeah, the guards recognize you and let you all in. It's not a problem.
I have a letter.
Nix knows where. Sure you do.
It's right here.
He's not even looking. He's
She's
just
just
letting
like
you in.
flapping it around.
Yeah.
I have a letter. It's got the seal. But I didn't break it.
Follow Nix.
Okay.
Yeah. So Nix just leads you further in, and you end up back at the back outside the office of Lawmaster. Lawmaster. What the fuck is his name? Lawmaster Franklin.
Franklin. Okay.
Yeah. Is Lawmaster Obadiah Franklin.
Obadiah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm writing it down real quick. Alright, I guess knock on the door.
Yep. So, you knock on the door, and then you just hit like, enter.
And I'll push the door open.
I may be mixing voices up. I can't remember what voice I did for it.
Yeah, that's
Don't
good.
worry about it.
None of us remember it either, so you're fine.
We talked to him for like 4 minutes, so.
Yeah. The only voices I've got down so far is Jocelyn and Greg.
And Greg.
Lawmaster, Obi,
Obi-Wan.
I've told you before not to call me that.
but it's so much fun. God, you're such a
So like
stick
the
in the
desk comes
mud.
up to like
What
her,
if-
here on her.
Yeah.
She's
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. You said you're taller than the average elf. So does that mean you're?
Like 5'10"-ish. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
it like comes up to like here on her.
You guys are both pretty fucking tall. Like,
I'm just at 6 feet.
yeah, like I'm a pretty short orc. You guys are pretty fucking tall people. I was like, yeah, what the fuck is this?
How tall are you?
A
Yeah.
little over 6. So like we're all fucking like, hey, it's like fucking Verizon.
He just like looks down over the desk. He's
I'm
like,
gonna retcon say.
"Tell me what
you
you
know,
found."
8'7".
Clearly, you're back here because you found something that the rest of them couldn't fucking figure out.
Yeah, I need you to lift the banning on ships leaving port.
At this point, he kind of looks at you and he's like, "What?
I want to go on a holy mission.
The fuck has holy got to do with anything?"
If we spread the word of the gods and the goddesses to the islands, maybe they will.
Everyone knows about the gods. They fucking run the thing based on the gods down there.
Apparently not, because they're stealing our ships. There are heathens running the place.
Anyway, if you send me and my friends on a ship, we've secured a ship, we can find out what's going on and solve this problem once and for all. Please,
just,
Obi.
Right, He
It's
looks,
just
he
one
looks
little
at you
boat.
like, really? Like, he keeps glancing at Freya like, why? Why did they pick you of all clerics?
Just wait, I'll show you why.
Yeah, and he just
You
goes,
into halfling?
I don't know how I got up on this chair. I want to know how. It's like two halflings stacked on top of each other.
Got a
Trench
running
coat.
start.
I'd still be too short.
He's just like, you know what? If you can figure out how to solve this fucking mess, so I don't have the capital breathing down my neck anymore. He just writes down this thing. He's like, there you go.
Oh, another
Thank
You
letter.
can take
Oh,
you can take one ship. That's all you get. If you lose
Thank
that
you.
one ship, I'm not giving you anything else.
Well, to be fair,
if
we
we
lose
lose
that
the ship,
ship,
we'll lose
we're-
Begone too.
Probably
yeah, we'll
dead.
probably be dead, yeah. Just saying.
I don't want to be dead.
No, no, Frey, no
Well,
one
you-
does.
Just
Right.
go do your thing. And I hope you I hope you find something.
Thanks, Obi.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have steps back there to get on your chair, or a ladder?
Get out.
I just want to know. I'm curious. It's a big desk.
Freya, there was a lot of birds outside. Let's go look at the birds.
I don't like birds, but okay.
And we leave.
It's a big desk. I want to know how I got up there.
There goes
And
one
as-
now.
And as we're leaving, like, I'll just put like my arm around Freya's shoulder and go, it's like every time he needs to sit in the chair, we just pick him up and we put him in that chair.
But you're not tall enough to reach the desk height anyway.
No, but I can reach and just put him up there.
I
You
don't
can
think
stand on my tiptoes.
I don't think you'd want to touch it. He seems grumpy, and you said he was prickly.
He is. Let's go.
We getting on the boat tonight?
I
Up to
need.
you guys.
Up to you. You can go for it. Like whenever you want. Do you want to go get supplies first, or just get straight on the ship and leave?
DM, do I need things for my spells, or can I just use them?
Depends. What spells have you got, and what does it say you need?
Lots of spells and lots of things. I didn't write any of that down because I was like,
Usually, the only time it consumes an item is when it says you need a ruby worth 300 gold pieces,
Oh.
which the spell consumes.
Yeah. The rest of it is just you need it there to be able to.
Yeah, that's my question.
Which
Do I
you
need?
have you have like a component pouch.
I
or
just have a
something like
pouch of just junk. Okay,
Fair enough.
that.
hold on. I need this spell. Let me find the. No,
me
not
find my-
this.
My 3 raven feathers and my twig.
That
Hold
is
on.
a parrot. No, will you hold this, please?
Why do you have a unicorn horn?
It's pretty. She has like a bag, like a satchel strapped to her. And it's like probably this big, but fits a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, if we're going into town first, I want to pick up some arrows and stuff.
You don't already have arrows in your guard station?
I don't know if the DM will allow that. I have to purchase arrows.
You've got they'd give out a few, but with it being a more urban environment, there's not really that much for what kind of bow let me look.
I just realized I don't even know what a mall looks like.
It's nasty.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah,
Well, she's pale skinned.
Shut up!
Necromancer.
I know! As soon as I picked it, I was thinking about it on the car ride, and I was like, son of a bitch!
So,
Oh, that's a badass weapon. Fuck yeah!
it's my turn to not understand the reference.
right, the campaign Frey and I were in before we met up with you guys on a hike. There's a player called Maul. That was her name. Who was awful. She was the worst.
She is the worst, because you still play with her.
And
That
she's my
sounded
current DM in my
gross.
other game, which is awesome.
Oh.
I'm with her,
Oh,
her
it's-
boyfriend, and her mum, and me.
You should have called her Sweetie, and then I would have knew who you were talking about.
Yeah, she's great. And
Yeah.
for the streaming purposes, if she happens to look at this, it's not you. It's someone totally different. Either way,
Here and yeah. So I think like you can get maybe a few like arrows from the things, but it's not the kind of thing they normally stock in the like the more urban areas. You'd have to go outside of that to be able to, which is kind of out your way anyway.
Yeah.
how much do we
But
spend
being
for?
Skitty Watch, you'd on stuff like that, you'd get automatic discounts anyways.
How much did I spend on the bar?
She kind of the rate that you were going, she set you up a tab, so you've not technically spent anything. You just owe her money when you get back.
Great. How much do I owe her at least?
Would say about maybe because there was the two ales, which would say about maybe 6 silver in total.
That's not bad.
I mean, I only work in gold, so I don't know the conversion. Either way, can we look for like a health potion, like an alchemist or fucking?
I have health potions.
That's
Yeah, there's
great.
there's the health potions that you get. There's also if you head like slightly like more around the southern end of the center, you get into the shops and the merchant kind of areas. There are a few places. There's Nix, you know this kind of area anyway because this is where you do most of your shopping and most of your watches actually. If you're looking for like magical wares like potions or like spell components and stuff like that, there's this shop called Smith's Sorcerer's Stock that you can go to, and for like general stuff, there's just a place called Talbot's Goods, and it's,
I'm afraid to go to any more of your fucking stores, dude.
Don't worry, they're
Who might,
not-
who might be behind that fucking door? I don't even know.
don't worry, they're not all crazy fish people. You only have to worry about that near the dock. These guys are probably safe.
A few more
so
health
there's
potions would be nice.
So there's Talbot's Goods. That's where you'd get the general store stuff like arrows and like stuff like that.
Can we
he
take
does
a
deal in a
small
couple of
break real quick?
Yeah.
Like a 5-minute break because I think he needs to say goodnight to his wife. I have to pee and eat something because Ash is making me hungry as fuck.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it means
Can we
that's not a
take like
problem.
a
It means I can go and
5-minute
get a drink
break?
because these voices are wrecking my throat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back because I need a quick break.
5-minute break,
drink some
Ethan.
Baileys out of a shoe.
5-minute break. What? Your mic is off.
Break?
I know.
Reenact what I was just doing. 5-minute break.
5-minute break.
All right.
We're gonna have a bit of a break. I'm gonna go drink some Baileys out of a shoe.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm so pleased with that reaction. Like, oh, you fucker. Hey there. You have whiskey and no sound.
I said, Vaults, look, it's not very much.
Oh. You're doing better than me. I have water.
Ew. I don't have to be to work till 11:30 tomorrow, so
Oh, I'm not working at all. The only thing I've got tomorrow is a singing lesson at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah. But I have Tuesday off, so
I also realised that over there it's probably not 3:30 in the morning, so...
Oh, it's like peach flavored shoe polish. Oh,
Yeah, that's basically what Oliver's been drinking. Hello.
Hello. What are you drinking? That tells me exactly what it is. Oh, there we go. Ew.
don't ooh! It is delicious, except it burns.
I'm being sensible and drinking water.
Same here.
My husband is working overnights, and I hate sleeping alone, so I'm drinking.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh god, this thing just stay still.
Ugh.
I hate flavored vodka. That shit's disgusting.
This is good with sweet tea because it tastes like peach sweet tea, and then you drink 4 cups of it, and you're like, and I'm hammered.
Like I tried one once, like when I turned 21, my parents like decided they're like, oh, if you're gonna get drunk, do it in the house. So they literally let me buy all of these random little like tiny, like the Barbie doll drinks,
Yeah.
and just did a whole bunch of shots, and had a whole bunch of drinks. I did not get wasted.
Oh, I got hammered on my 21st birthday.
Well, I had 2 drinks, 3 beers,
Ew.
and like
Beer's
8
nasty.
On a
8
partridge in a pear tree.
8 shots, and I'm like, my stomach feels warm, but that's about it.
How old are you again?
23.
She's a baby.
Eh.
So
Then I always forget that the legal drinking age over there is actually older for you than it is for me.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's 18 for you over there, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's 18 for you to go out and drink, but I think
You cannot have
you can
this.
drink with parent supervision from 16. And then that's like within reason. Obviously, you can't get drunk.
Yeah.
When I turned 21, I lived in Iowa, and it was this teeny tiny little art town, and half the town was wet and half the town was dry.
Ooh.
And so we lived on the dry part, on the far side of the dry part, and the bars were on the far side of the wet part. And so, get out of the movie theater, like midnight hits, we're at the bar. Literally, maybe 3 drinks. I had a Long Island iced tea, something called an ass kicker, and a buttery nipple shot. Fucking hammered. Hammered. And I have my 21-year-old mid-November drunk ass has to walk home.
Oh, no.
And it starts snowing, and I had never seen snow before in my entire life.
Amplified by the fact that you're hammered.
Hammered. And I remember stopping and thinking the world was ending. And then the next morning I woke up and there was a flamingo in my bathtub. Like a yard flamingo?
Yeah.
Not an actual flamingo, then.
No. But I remember
Really impressive. An actual flamingo.
I remember I really had to pee, and this lady had a yard full of flamingos, and that's about all I remember of that. But my food just dinged. I'll be right back. You can look at the doggos. Oh, doggos.
So how's life treating you, Vaults?
Not too bad.
That's good.
Yeah. Hopefully for next session I will be a bit more prepared.
Yeah, wing it.
Yeah. So far, that's what I'm doing. It seems to be working well. But yeah. Other than that, I've got the day off work tomorrow, so that's not too bad.
Oh, thank God. So do I.
Yeah. Only thing I'm doing tomorrow is like a singing lesson and possibly like recording some guitar parts, and that's it.
I never got to hear you sing in the last game. Sing something.
When was I? When?
Because you were talking about Kildron being in a band.
I do not remember saying that.
Well, I do. And
Was
I
he?
want to hear you sing. Yeah.
At what point did I say he was in a band?
Or something like with his brother he used to.
Oh, him and his brother. His brother was like a bard type thing, and they used to. It was
Yeah.
they were all like
Too much metal for one hand.
Yeah. His brother was like a skald, and they used to like go around to help his brother write songs and shit.
Yeah.
So Kildran couldn't sing, but his brother Fenric can. So. What's with the fox? Yeah.
Will you sing something for us, please? Pretty
Like
please.
what?
I don't know. Favorite song.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day. That kind of thing. I don't remember the rest of the words for that song. Shit. I was listening to it the other day as well. Fucking hell. I've been watching more Monty Python. I have been. I was freaking out my girlfriend because she says I'm apparently, as you can tell, scarily good at the old Greg voice because I was going, "Do you love me? Are you playing your love games with me?" Like trying to. I just don't remember the rest of the words for that song.
Oh. So do you give voice lessons or are you taking them?
No, I'm taking vocal. I'm
Gotcha.
taking.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I can sing, but it to get better and be able to.
Hey, I took voice lessons for a couple months when I was 16, and then it got too expensive.
Yeah. No, my singing teacher, she's cool, and the good thing is it's like she's quite relaxed about shit. So like I can be one week I can be like I want to learn how to sing properly, like do this bit, and then she's like okay, and then the next week I can be like, well, in my other band I do all these ridiculous black metal screams, and I want to learn how to get those longer, and she's like yeah okay, and then the next thing I'll be like, I've been listening to too much Tech 9. I want to know how to rap fast. And she's like, yeah, okay.
So
Mike.
I've been involved in this conversation for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Didn't realize I was muted.
Well, relay the information. What were you saying?
Well, what I want to hear was a like a Volts band original. I want to hear what you guys fucking sing.
Yeah, I want to hear him sing, but he's not.
I want to know what you guys perform, and you guys go and do fucking gigs, or what the fuck you call them over in the motherland.
Gigs. Let me just. Why am I on fucking capital letters? Hold on.
Because they're extreme.
Yeah, apparently.
Hey, Robin, do you sing?
There you go. That's the main band.
Shower.
In the shower.
Why?
Trying to get Volts to sing.
Volts has an amazing voice.
I've never heard him sing.
I don't know who has and who hasn't, to be honest. There, underneath that's a song that I did because one of my mates was like, "Oh, I'm making a compilation of a load of metal bands being like, fuck you, Nazis." And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, fuck.
So I
the-
basically wrote it about like fucking stupid meme bullshit twats.
the death Kyrgyzstan?
Yeah.
Kyrgyzstan?
And it's all like random shit like that, or I can.
Fuck, that's loud.
Which one are you listening to? The death metal one. He can't hear me anymore. I think Ashley froze. Ooh, what was that?
Yeah, no, she definitely froze.
Yeah. When have you heard me sing?
You posted on Instagram once.
Did I? What did I post?
That was a while ago.
Fair enough.
May even have been before we met, and I just like stalked your Instagram.
Maybe? I don't know. Let me look. What's by posts on Instagram?
I could see up your nose, Ashley.
Sorry about that. Moving the camera.
I have found a new cheese that I love.
Okay.
All right.
Goat's cheese.
Gross.
So good.
It could have been linked to the song that I wrote about some fucking kissing skull thing where it was all like King Diamond style. Because I can do that.
Dude,
Like, I could do.
what if you just linked? That was fucking heavy as shit.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's fucking great, isn't it?
Fuck me, dude. That was fucking thick.
Yeah, I'm rather pleased with that. The only problem with that like that's the first finished track for like some random death metal band called Bile Salt Malabsorption. It was
Right,
was
of course.
made because Bile Salt Malabsorption is my mate Topher, who plays in my other D&D game. That's like a health condition he's got, and when he told us when we were at Bloodstock, me and my brother were like, my brother knew about it, but when he told me the name of it, I was like, that would make a great fucking death metal band name. And he was like, yeah, you know what, you should do that. So then the next year, Bloodstock, as a joke, I got T-shirts made with the band logo and like a joke tour list and stuff on the back because we thought it'd be funny. And then I ended up going, you know what? I should actually just make this into a fucking band where I can just record random grindcore nonsense, like those demos that I've just put in that don't have vocals, but they're just drums and guitars and sound fucking weird. Especially shifting, because that was stupidly complicated to try and work out how the fuck to write. Because of if none of you are actual musicians, though, it's just way too complicated to explain.
Yeah, no, I just sing. That's it.
Music is a thing that I hear on the radio.
Yeah, well, you know how most things go, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of doesn't. And not only that, the guitars keep switching between which one's not doing it, and they keep moving. And like, so I had to program the drums so it does have a 1, 2, 3, 4, but then it doesn't on top, and it was yeah, it was awful, but I got it done. So, hooray! And for a thing recently, oh shit, you're Americans. You won't know what a pantomime is.
You're goddamn right we won't, because America.
I know what that is.
No, you don't, because this is America.
No, whenever I've talked to anyone from America about pantomimes like that, I've tried to explain. It's really hard to. It's like a. How would you explain a pantomime then, Freya? If you.
I don't know.
Fair enough. It's kind of like a kid's play, but way more audience participation.
Okay.
Yeah, so like
Whose line
getting
is it
people-
anyway?
No, not like it is scripted, but it's kind of more. It's more like when kind of like the audience participation that Dora the Explorer gets people doing. You know, like where's the villain? He's behind you. That kind of thing.
It's
Gotcha.
would you say it's like a musical comedy designed for family entertainment?
Yeah, kind of. What with the fact that you googled that, yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Google.
Yeah, that's basically it. For that recently, I had to me and my sister were in it as the genies from Aladdin.
Aw.
So my sister was the genie of the ring, and I was the genie of the lamp. And for the like, I had to sing a song. So it was the original thing was like, you can sing Chicago from the Russell Dessel soundtrack. I was like, okay, this version's too slow. Can I make my own? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And my original suggestion to them when I was like, I want to make my own. They were like, what do you want to make it sound like? I was like, I want to make it to sound like Highway to the Danger Zone. And they were like, okay, that's fine. What I ended up doing is making it sound like Iron Maiden with keyboards. So
Nice.
yeah, so because whenever I wrote the guitar, like the guitars were supposed to be like da 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 da, and I ended up going like and like although it did get the one of the largest cheers from the audience because I'd always end it with like everyone else was singing fairly normal, but every single night I'd end my song by going like yeah. So
Fucking solid.
yeah, that was fun. Anyway, enough about my singing. I don't even like I said, I don't even remember mentioning like Kildran being able to sing.
Ooh.
I honestly don't think I ever said that.
In game and then in chat, you sent it to me.
Oh,
Ooh,
I clearly just can't remember then.
secret chat messages.
It's about a character.
Yeah, maybe I did then. I don't know. Right, so are we all back from breaks and ready to go, or is people still not ready?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Right. Okay. Cool.
I don't know, Robin. Are you all set with Astrid next to you?
Waffle, waffle, waffle. Right. Okay. So, what was the plan next?
Shopping.
Yeah.
Shopping.
Potions.
So you want to go and get potions first? Then?
I mean, I want to go get potions. I don't know what the other two are doing.
More potions is always good.
Fuck me.
What?
What?
Nothing. Just the new Robin voice. Just getting used to it. That's all.
I'm sorry.
That's great.
Could have been worse. You could have been playing with me.
We're
Just
so
watch
dirty.
that's gonna be my voice for my character in Robin's campaign. I'll be like, "Hey guys, I'm a tiefling. I'm fucking drunk." Anyway, so you start heading south into the the mercantile district of the city, and Nix points out where Smith's sorcerer's stock and Talbot's goods are. So you got the choice which one, whether you want to go to get magic or non-magic shit first.
I was gonna ask about potions too, so magic shit it is.
Okay, so you head down. You end up it's you come to a shop where the compared to the rest of the shops that are pretty like standard like shop fronts and things, this one looks have any of you watched Harry Potter? Presumably.
Yep.
Ethan's shaking his head.
Ethan, we cannot be friends. Get out.
Fucking good.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Well, you know, like the front of the Weasley's Wizardly Wheezes. Ethan, Google it.
Weasley's Wizardly Wheezes?
Yeah,
That's the
Weasley's
brothers'
Wizard-
candle shop
yeah.
or candy shop.
I'll fucking
It's
find
the
it.
joke shop, isn't it?
I've been to Harry Potter World in Universal. Does that count? Weasley.
Yeah, it'll be there as well.
Weasley. Fuck. Weasley Wizard.
Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes.
Yeah.
Wheezes. Logo. Wheezes.
Hold
Looking for
on,
that
let me
house here.
just-
That's what I'm looking for here.
Shop
Looking
front.
for a shop.
I
Shop
see.
front.
Like I'm looking like at a corner store here. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah, like with the arms and shit like that, and the fucking.
Sure. Yep, I got it for sure.
Hold on, let me just fucking link it.
So my wife, she's like really into fucking Harry Potter and shit.
There you go.
I thought they were like poor as fuck.
Who are poor?
The fucking Weasleys. I thought they were poor as shit. And they have their own fucking store.
This is after they finish school, yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Bilbo Baggins. Dude.
Well, technically they didn't finish school, but I mean, this is after they bounce
Yeah.
before one of them dies.
And didn't Harry give them a
Spoiler.
whole bunch of money? Yeah, spoiler.
Harry funded it.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only reason
Either way,
the
There's a
only
fucking-
reason he gave him money was because if I remember reading my fan fiction right, it was because he walked in on them and they were like, "Hey, it's masturbation. We're the same guy," and he was like, "What?" And they made him pay to keep them quiet, otherwise they'd say he was involved. Yeah, that was
Either way,
that was a terrible thing to run across.
there's a store with fucking arms and shit. I got it. Store with
Yeah,
arms.
yeah, like it looks the outside of
Like a fucking Krabby Patty. Fucking.
yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
yeah, the outside of Smith's sorcerer's stock looks like ridiculous like this. So, yeah, do you want to go in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You head in and everything inside is like it's brightly lit. There's some everything's like compared to most like potion shops where it's pretty organized. This one is sort of it's organized, but it's all like brightly presented. Like buy these for this and buy compared to everything at like most shops would just like shelf everything with little labels and be like, this is how much. It's like done with a bit more of a spectacle. As you enter this younger man jumps out from behind the counter and he's like, "Hey, welcome to my shop. My name's Smith."
Hello, Mr. That was weird. It's Mr. Smith. Hello, Mr.
Mister?
Smith.
Mister?
Please. He holds out his hand. He's like, "Please, just call me Smith."
Hello.
So, how can I help you find people today?
We're looking for potions. Health potions? You got any?
Potions. I've got plenty of those. He kind of like look. He takes a second glance at Nick, looks at the badge, and he's like, "I guess they're not. I guess they're slightly more meekly than the bounty hyperactiveness than he's been showing. He's like, I guess they've not been giving out too many in the monolith lately. Then,
No.
yeah, that doesn't surprise me. We've been running down." And then the hyperactiveness comes back. He's like, "But I've just brewed some more this morning. Hold on, follow me." And he leads you all to the desk, to the counter, which he leaps over.
Hi.
Yeah, he's just boing straight over the top, and he starts rustling around underneath. He goes like, "Ha!" and pulls out this crate of health potions. He's like, "Okay, so these normally cost about 50 gold each. However, you're in the watch. You're a cleric. You're shiny. So tell you what. I'm gonna I'll do you a deal. I think for this, if we go with this pack of 6, it'll cost about 25 each for the 6. So it'd be like,
It's 50 gold each.
yeah. So it'd be 300 in total.
That's a lot of money.
50, 100, 100. Sorry, 150.
Okay, wait, so how many potions is he giving us?
He has 6 regular potions. Normally they'd cost 50 gold each, but he's halved the price for you.
Okay.
So it's 6 lots of 25, which is 150.
I mean, that's a good deal. It's 50 each. We each get 2.
I don't have 50 gold.
You don't have 50 gold?
I'm a cleric. I give lots of money to the poor.
How much do you have?
I have 25.
Oh my god, am I the only one that has money?
Do you have a brewer's kit?
Brewer's kit. He starts rustling around underneath the desk. He's like, "Ha!" Brings that up. He's like, "Yeah, I've got this one.
How much is it?
It is." Hold on.
What did you roll for your starting wealth, guys?
Like 180, and then I bought things.
I only had starting
Gotcha.
with from my class, and I mean from my background, that was 25 gold.
Yeah,
So-
but your class gets, I think, 5d4 times 10.
No, he's a special class.
Oh,
wasn't listed for me, so 25 gold.
he-
I'm going.
He works for the
Gotcha.
king. He gets no gold.
Gotcha.
When you say the brewing kit, I'm guessing you mean you don't mean like beer
No.
brewing kit. You mean like potions brewing,
Yeah.
so herbalism kit,
Okay.
right? Kind of thing. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking up the price of a, because I can't fucking find it. Okay, sorry about this. Aha, there we go. There's Oh, I saw you and then you've gone. Fuck's sake.
I think herbalism kits are usually pretty cheap.
There
They're
we
like
go. Yeah.
25 or something.
Yeah. He's like, these they go for about 5 gold apiece.
Can I have one of them, please?
Absolutely. He pushes it towards you. He's like,
Thank
and
you.
as you drop the 5 on the
Yeah.
counter, he pulls that over, just quickly flicks through it and chucks it in a like a little bucket he's got next to.
And then I have another question for you.
Yeah. Yes.
What if
How can I help?
What if we were able to deliver some packages to the islands for you? Would you give us a discount?
Well, I mean, I'm already giving you a discount for being a cleric and part of the City Watch. I don't know if I can push it too far, but I tell you what, if you can get because I presume what with you working with the City Watch that you're trying to get the trade running back again.
Yes.
If you can get it running and you want to hold on, and he runs into the back of the store. You can hear like you hear a couple of things fall over as he's like scrambling about, and he's like you hear like a muffled aha! And then and he comes back holding this giant like he's like aha! Right, if you can deliver this, and he passes you this giant book off tube.
She like flips it to make sure it's not making any noise.
Yeah, it's not
It's like a
making any-
rain stick.
Yeah. She just
Like it's not going to make any noise. It's densely packed. But if you can deliver that to one of my colleagues in Scythus, that's the capital of the larger of the islands. Then and you can get word back to me. Then I'm sure we can sort out like further deals in the future.
what is it?
That would be telling.
But I need to make sure it's not going to eat me.
Oh no, it's just like specialized spell components and things like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Specialized.
Can I
brewing
inside
equipment,
check
sort of
that?
thing.
Okay.
I want to
Yeah,
inside
you can
check
inside.
that,
You can
please.
insight check him.
15.
15. Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth. He's just very hyperactive.
Okay.
Like
My good sir, now
he doesn't see any harm in whatever's in there.
that's not comforting.
What if it gets wet?
That'd be fine. It's made of metal.
Oh,
My good sir, we don't have
I'm
any
very
issues
strong.
delivering your package on our voyage. However, we are entering into dangerous waters, and we require all the aid we can muster. So anything you can
I
offer to
tell
us
you
now.
what. Hold on. And
you, I
he
forgot
runs
about
back
that
into the back
part.
room and he's like, like you can hear him shuffling around again, just looking for stuff.
Did he leave the potions on the counter?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yes, he did.
She wants to go and like pick them up and look at them.
Okay.
No, not this one. This one has floaty bits in it. I don't think he mixed these right. That smells like strawberries.
Not the worst, right? It's-
Can we tell if they're like okay potions?
She's just fucking with y'all. She doesn't know. She's like,
Like, will it legitimately get the job done?
You can make an investigation check if you want on the
Oh,
potion.
investigation.
Or like an Arcana check, whichever would work better for you.
Investigation. They're like watered down.
were y'all worried I was
no.
going to steal them? My God, would be angry.
No, they are proper potions and everything. It's just that he had them prepared.
They've been
and-
stored for a
Right.
while. And she shakes it. It's okay.
Snow globe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lady Nix.
He pops back out. He's like, well, if you're going out there, you might need these. And he puts down these like sort of shell shaped bottles with a green liquid in. He's like, he's got 4 bottles. He looks at you and then takes one and puts it under the counter.
There are 4 of us. There's one outside. I'm kidding.
He's like, if you're going where I think you're going, then possibly these will come in handy.
Where do you think
Potions
we are
of-
going?
Well, the way you're talking about opening the trade routes, I would have presumed on a ship.
Okay. He's very smart.
Right, you are. And these are.
These are potions of water breathing.
Oh,
I know some of these. I know some of these ships have been going missing. The only thing I can think of, like the only way you could disappear a ship is if it went under the water. So, I figure you might need these.
How?
I don't know. They could have disappeared some other way. That's just the way I figured. There's rumors going about all over the place. That just seemed the most logical thing to me.
no, it's a very smart idea.
You can never be too prepared. He's like
Well,
just stood there,
thank you.
grinning at you. His hair kind of frazzled.
Do you happen to have a med kit as well, maybe, in your wares?
The normal med kits. I really only deal in the potions and the magical kind of things. If you were wanting a like a normal med kit type thing, you'd probably be better off going to Talbot's down the road. He'll have that sort of thing.
That's fine. Thank you. I'll take these potions. All 6 of them.
The
Afford all 6. I thought you were rich.
I'm not rich anymore.
okay, you can have
Here,
have,
Alivar.
those,
And
so it
she
passes you the...
pulls out a potion and hands you a potion, Alivar. She's like, you can have one of mine.
I was gonna hand them out to you guys.
What did you just hand me?
A healing potion.
Ah. Thank you.
How many potions do you guys have?
Well, this would make one.
I was gonna give you each 2.
Well, now we have 3.
There you go.
Because 1 and 2.
The city guard pays well, then, I see.
I've been working for a long time.
Now,
And,
he points at the 3 shell-shaped balls. He's like, now these the normal price on these would be 180 but gold each. However, seeing as you're doing me a favor, taking the thing, and we can broker a deal. If you make sure you can get that parcel over there, and you can come back to me, you can take these. You just have to, once you get over there, he should have a parcel for return to me. If you can bring that back to me, then that's fine. If not, then obviously I know my way around magic. I can track you down.
If we don't come back, we will be dead.
And this is.
we didn't catch a
That
name
is also a fair point.
of
My
who we're
name's Smith.
His
No,
name's-
of who we're supposed to be delivering this to.
He's in
Oh, his name.
Santa.
Weirdly enough, it's also Smith.
Of course it is.
It's
This was-
it's my twin brother.
This is where
Why
where
would
we're
your
bringing
mother
these-
name you both Smith?
Smith 1 and
It's,
Smith 2.
Wouldn't that be confusing?
It's our last name. So we were the Smith brothers, but we kind of split up because when we were growing up, our collective friends would just refer to us as Smith, and it got confusing, and we ended up deciding to open up our business in separate areas to spread our influence.
Okay. And she's just gonna walk out. Thank you!
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you,
And-
Smith.
And where are we bringing those again?
Yeah.
So,
Sathos.
My brother Smith, his shop is in Scythus, which is the capital of Oaks. For there.
Got it.
Yep.
Where have I seen? Where's it? I've lost something. That's the one. Yes. I keep hearing noises and not knowing which chat it's in.
How late are we taking the game?
Pardon? We can stop whenever you like, really. I figure you'll pretty much get. If you want, we can get to the point where you've boarded the ship and set off, and then we can call it. But we'll get to the ship and see how everyone feels. Okay,
Sure.
so so you've all left Smith's sorcerer's stock. Down the road there is Talbot's goods. When you so you go in, this is it's a larger store. It's more of a it seems a bit more run down on the outside. When you go in, it's the place is lined with shelves and stuff. There's some shelving units in the middle, and it's to say that it's supposed to be a general store. It's pretty dark in there.
Good thing we
Right.
all have dark vision.
True.
Do you have dark vision? She's asking Alvar.
I can see just fine.
Good.
So, do we see a shopkeeper anywhere?
As you're walking past, you see sat in the corner. He steps up to his feet and he's like, "Hello, I hear customers." And it's like he's quite an elderly dwarf. This fella, the fella that you presume is Talbot. He's got a longish beard. It's fully white. His head's balding at the top. He's sort of like staring off into space at the minute. He's like, "So how can I help you?"
I was actually just looking for a few things. Do you have any arrows? Maybe a med kit?
He stands and he thinks for a minute. During this entire conversation, he's not looking at you. And he's like, "Oh, I know where those are. Hold on." And he whistles to himself as he's walking around the shop, and then just stops, picks up the arrows. He's like, "Here's some of the arrows, and what was the other thing?"
A med kit.
Medkit. And then as he's whistling, he walks a bit further down, finds somewhere else, picks up a medkit, and he whistles his way back to you and hands them over. He says, "So, let's see. That would be a total of what the fuck are they?"
I think it's technically called a healer's kit.
Yeah.
It's the same price as an herbalism kit.
Yes.
They're 5 gold pieces.
5, and then the arrows.
There's
Gold.
For 20, it's 1 gold piece.
Right. Thank you. So yeah. So he basically relays that it's that'll be 6 gold for those.
Thank you, and I hand him the 6 gold.
He sort of holds his hand out, not in just waiting for you to put the gold in his hand, and then as you place it in his hand, his fingers sort of curl over and count the coins in his hand to make sure it's correct, and he puts down. He's still not as he's come closer, you can see that both of his eyes are a milky white. He's which is why he's whistling his way around the shop.
She's gonna reach out and tap something lightly.
He looks over, whistles a second, and then he says, "Are you looking for something over there?"
No, just wanted to. Nothing.
Okay. And he turns. He sort of cocks his head back as if he's listening to Nyx. He's like, "Can I help you with anything else?"
Oh no, that's it. Unless, do you guys need anything?
Well, the only thing The only thing I'm hoping is the trade route's open because I'm starting to slowly run out of stock. But I guess if you're depending what you're doing, you might be stocking up like this. I guess you're gonna join it up with the rest of them that are trying to figure out what's going on.
Yes, we're actually headed out to the Southern Isles.
Oh, how are you gonna get past the city watch that are stopping you from leaving?
I am with the City Watch.
Which point he listens more closely to your voice. He's like, I think I recognize your voice. Okay, cool. If you can,
Okay,
Cool. Whatever.
if
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
if you can get that trade route open, I'd be definitely thankful for that.
Sure thing, Talbot.
No worries. He holds his hand and he's like, "Call me Sorden."
I'll have to write
Like
that
he's
down.
just like holding his hand out, waiting for someone to shake it.
Oh, Nick shakes his hand.
Why do you keep rubbing your armor? I don't think it's going to get shinier. I think you're actually going to wear it out.
Me.
Yes.
You're the one in the big shiny metal armor.
Quite. Right. Right. Stop rubbing the armor.
I mean, you're
Got
going
it.
to make a soft spot.
Is it like a habit?
I just have, it's more like a tick,
Because you can't be scratching there. You can't scratch yourself through the armor. That would defeat the armor purpose.
That is true.
I mean,
More
like if you need
just-
to like itch your back or something, you could try one of my arrows.
Nope. Nope. Just
He would impale
a
himself.
tick, a habit, more just the armor is a
it-
place of comfort.
Is it
yes.
new armor? Maybe it doesn't fit right.
No, it fits fine. Fits just fine.
Surprisingly well.
Because my armor jingles and she like swishes and you can hear the chainmail just.
Can I do like a perception check on
Oh,
him?
He was like, why? I was just scratching. And Robin
I know,
blew it
but I'm
out
like-
of proportion.
No, but I'm like, if he's itching it, is it his armor? Was it someone else's armor
like-
that
he's-
he took?
I don't know. Let's fucking roll.
He was like, I was just idly petting myself.
Yeah,
that would
Take a
be
pitch.
that would be an insight check.
fucking do it, dude.
I'm just wondering, maybe it was like a friend's armor that you took that you're using. I don't know. I'm not meaning like anything terrible by it.
Insight from I don't know. Do you want to roll anything against it, Ethan?
I don't really know what I have to roll against this.
Like, it's just gonna ask, did it belong to a friend of yours, maybe? The armor? Or was it made specifically for you?
It's my armor, yes.
I think you're reading too much into him being itchy. Maybe he just needs a shower. He does kind of smell like fish.
I'm part of the city guard. It's what I do. I read into things.
I wouldn't read into him.
It's like in my job title.
I can hear you.
We're not whispering for your benefit.
Right here.
We need to whisper quieter.
I can. I mean, I can see you two whispering. I'm standing right here.
We need to whisper
Right.
You still have yet to
anything
take.
else?
No, thank you though.
Thank you. Well,
No
see you soon.
problem. He goes. He toddles off and sits back in his chair.
Do you need oil for your armor?
No,
You're reading too into it now.
Some oil gets
Do you need like?
and he won't be
Do you
stealthy.
need like? Do you need like a powder or something? Does it itch? Trying to help you here.
We could go to the cleric station and they could heal him.
I mean,
I
it's
could
nothing
heal
to be-
him, but I don't
I
want to waste
assure
it.
you, I'm fine.
Okay.
It's nothing to be upset
Vault
about. Like,
He's like, oh my god.
a lot of people in the guard get, kind of itchy time to time with their armor. It's no big deal. It happens.
I assure you, I'm not itchy.
What,
I feel fine.
what time is
I don't
it?
know why we're talking about
What
this.
time is it, Volts?
Everything is fine.
Currently, it's 4:30 in the morning.
Okay, we should go. Not with you. I know what time it is there.
That's what's going, please. Let me go to bed.
Seriously, in the shop, it's 4:30. No, it's getting like in game. It's getting like I thought because you said it straight after. Look at Volts' face. I thought that was what you meant. No, in game it's probably getting late afternoon ish.
Okay. How far is my temple from the docks?
Maybe from where you are currently, it's probably about 45 minutes walk.
Oh. I think I'm going to go back to my temple and pray to my god for a little bit.
Okay.
Plus, I get health potions in the morning, and I can raid the cabinet. And I'm pretty sure we may have guest rooms.
If you have guest rooms, I'd be more than interested in taking residency with your temple.
Do we have guest rooms, DM?
Yeah,
Cool.
for the odd people that like pilgrims that make their way across to worship at the temples from stuff
Nix,
like that.
do you need a place
they're
to
not-
stay?
They're not very.
I can stay in the guard tower.
Yeah, they're not very like. They lack in mod cons, if that makes sense. So there's no tea and coffee making facilities.
No.
But there's.
We
But
probably
it's
have a
basically
bath.
just a basic thing with a bed and and stuff. And
It's a warm bed, and you can probably use the bath facilities since you're itchy.
Right. Not itchy. Do you have
We're
like
just gonna keep bringing this up.
but do you have like an open area out in the back or anything just so I can stretch my legs?
Yes, we have training grounds. That's where I like to train.
I'm sure that will do.
Yeah, it's about like an acre or so of land in the back area of the temple that they've got quite a bit of room to be able to like do training drills and stuff like that for battles. So it's quite roomy.
I'll stretch my legs
Right.
out there.
Okay. So we get back. I'm guessing Nick stops off at the and ends up staying in one of the barracks in the monolith.
Good
You
night.
you two head up to the
Come on,
the,
Stinky.
temple of the Soul Ember. Freya goes and does whatever Freya does.
Freya things.
And you
Freya
go
doing
out,
Freya things.
you go out and stretch your legs, and yeah, you go out and stretch the legs and do whatnot. So yeah, you all managed to get a good night's sleep and everything like that. There's no like evil dreams or anything like that.
Yay, new spells.
Every as you're trying to drift to sleep, Alivar, you do occasionally hear, "I'm old Greg," but yeah, you're pretty sure like your head is making that up. But it's that, or you think it's Freya yelling stuff,
With
like
you.
whispering through your window.
I'm old Greg.
Did you hear that too?
Who are you talking to?
No. Right.
Go away, Freya. Okay.
This will be so great later when I get the ability to mimic voices.
It's fucking a mental case. He's everywhere, man. He's everywhere.
He's in the walls, man.
He's in my head.
So, but yeah, you like after you've fallen asleep, after you're like, fuck's sake, they're fucking with me again. You fall asleep. Everyone like sleeps. It sleeps well. You wake up the next day around.
Oliver, wake up!
Some of you more violent than others.
I brought you breakfast and another health potion.
Thank you.
Are you still itchy?
You're just fucking raiding the temple, aren't you?
You said I get 2 a day.
I thought it was
Can I get
2.
another health potion? Because I have 2.
Hold on, let me double check. How many did you say?
I could have said that. If so, then.
I'm taking advantage of this.
If so, it's a good thing we're going to be on the seas for a while.
I said you would get them for 30 gold plus a couple of free potions per month.
Oh.
Yeah. I said you'd have 2 on you without spending, but you can buy extra if you want.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
no,
So
so what you just gave.
I brought you breakfast.
So I was like 2 potions a day. That seems a bit.
I have to go see my temple.
Get
It's
out.
just eggs.
Yep. Thank
I
you.
didn't cook them.
Great.
They're raw.
He doesn't.
Thank you.
Did you sleep in your armor? That must be uncomfortable. And she just kind of walks down the hallway away from him.
He's gone. All right.
There's horseradish.
Well, good morning.
Not even sure it's eggs. It's yellow and puffy, and maybe it's eggs. I didn't cook it.
Holding in my hands.
It jiggles.
I don't know what it is. I just kind of found it on the floor.
So so Freya turns up, kicks your door in, demands you wake up, and hands you some sort of weird yellow breakfast jelly. And
You should put
Right.
on some pants. I'm kidding.
you
Huh?
well, so he sleeps in his chest plate, but he's completely naked from the waist.
Nothing else.
Right. Full helm, full fucking chest, full fucking like gauntlets and everything. No pants. Just hanging grain, waist down.
God, no.
Except for the armored boots.
Yeah. It's literally everything else except for the fucking pants. That's how
Well,
he sleeps.
it's got to breathe. It's
Yeah.
clapped to the armor all day.
He's getting circulation everywhere, you know?
I thought that's what you meant when you said you were stretching your legs.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Just doing for some Pilates, really getting it spread, you know?
Lunge.
Warrior
Anyway,
We should go find Nyx.
You
Come out of the
taste,
temple doors, and I'm already there.
you taste the breakfast jelly, and it is eggs. It's just it's a bit cold.
Great. And I'll go stretch my legs in the morning once more and head out to the front door.
He does a lot of walking.
You gotta stay limber.
Well, carrying that much
Yeah,
plate
you,
armor.
You manage to find like nice quiet times. There's no one out in the training ground, so you get out, stretch your legs and stuff in peace. And Yeah, and then you come out, find Freya waiting, being like, "Oh, we need to go find Nyx." Open the door, and Nyx is just stood there
She's
staring
like-
at you.
Ah.
Oh, hey.
Found her!
If I didn't want you to find me, trust me, you wouldn't be able to find me.
My God can find everyone.
Yes, I know. I pray to your God.
Yay! Oliver,
pray to
you are
several-
next.
I pray to several gods.
Oh, no, just mine. Fultz is getting sleepy.
No, I'm fine.
He's already like,
Yeah, just-
If you want to fucking call it, dude, new day.
No,
we can.
no,
because
I'm,
trust me, I
I'm-
could fuck around a lot longer.
No, it's okay. You're almost at a point where we can call it anyway. So I'm guessing now you're heading down to the docks.
Going on a boat. Going on a boat.
Yeah, you head down. Yeah, you all head down to the docks. By the time you get there, it's about mid-morning, just because of the length of the walk and the odd times when you have to stop because Nyx has to remind Freya to not call it a boat around the around the ship captain.
Just call it it's a ship. Just call it. Say it with me. Say it with me. Ship.
Boat.
Ship. Please. Freya, for me.
It is a large boat.
Just say ship. Please,
No.
let's make this trip a lot less uncomfortable, please.
It is a ship.
Thank you. How
Boat.
badly did that hurt? There it is.
So yeah, you manage. You get there down to dock number 6, and there's the Greyfriars Bobby, ready to
Going on a boat. Boat.
ready to set sail. It's a pretty halfway decently sized ship. It's a bit like it's a 3-master. So it's a large. It's like one of the medium to large trading vessels. You can see deck hands all over the place. At the helm is Benji, and still behind him is Captain Rose. He calls down. He's like, "Ah, you finally turned up, did you? Did you get your letters?"
Yep, got it right here.
Oh, good. And then he points at the guards that are standing at the top, like watching, like looking over them, going, "Why are you all like?" As if to say, "Why are you all on the ship?" He's like, "You two, look at the letters there." They kind of look down, see it's you, and like immediately like just jog down. And one of them approaches you. He's younger than you are. Which though you're an elf, he probably looks older than you.
Age is relative.
Yeah, he jogs up and he says, they said that you were coming back with permission slips to grant them out, but as far as we got commanded, we weren't letting any ships out of the docks. Do you know anything about this? Like he's like the way he's talking, he's like they've told them that, which a few captains have told them that before, but with you actually turning up, he's genuinely wondering whether he's maybe being given the wrong orders or you've got like special permission or what.
Do I know this particular guard's name?
You've seen him a couple of times, but you don't know him by name. He's like one of the recruits that's normally down in the southern quadrant, which you don't really frequent as much.
Yeah, I really want to get to the bottom of all these disappearances, so I have permission from Lawmaster Franklin. You can see here, he signed it and everything, to take this one vessel out.
Right, he has a quick look at the letter, nods. He says to his compatriot, "Come on then, we'll make sure that the ships know that It's only the one ship that's allowed out, and make sure no one else tries to set sail at the same time.
Yeah, it's just
So-
one ship.
Right. Thank you for letting us know. And then they start heading over to the other ships and like making sure that no one else is trying to leave. Meanwhile, Captain Rose is like, "Come on board! It's time we finally get set sail. Greyfire's Bobby wants a run."
Does this ship have a crow's nest?
Yes.
Dibs.
Can I? No. Fine.
Fucking, that's a pout right there. Holy shit.
I'm just gonna look down to Freya while I'm climbing up there and like, come on, are you gonna join me?
I was going to ask permission.
You don't need permission.
Okay,
Come
and she just like races her up the.
I'll tell you what. Both of you make athletics checks.
Athletics or acrobatics?
I think, to be fair, Nix, in your case, the way you'd climb it would be acrobatics because you'd be less grabbing onto it and pulling yourself up, and more like boing, 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 boing up the sail.
It's probably not gonna matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
fucking race right there. Holy shit.
So, Nix just bounces up. You near the top. You kind of like feel a bit. Whoa! It's a bit like and grab onto the thing like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this this much too early in the morning. And you climb into the crow's nest. Freya manages to climb halfway up and then sort of grabs it, and she's like, "Shit, I'm stuck." And like you're stuck halfway up the mast.
Oliver, help!
Can I like take my rope?
Slowly sliding down.
Can I take my rope and like throw it over and like try and help pull her up?
Can if you want.
How many? How much of it is this? Like you said, a 4-day trek, right?
Yeah.
Oliver, do you want to see a cool trick?
No.
Oh, please!
No.
I won't make you dance. I promise.
I don't believe you.
I'd pinky
Next
promise
is-
you, but I'd fall.
Nix will just look over the edge and go, "Do it."
No,
Do you need me to catch you? I can try to do that.
No, but do you want to see a new... Sailors, do y'all want to see a cool trick?
Oh.
And she's like sliding, like holding onto the pole.
Benji just goes, "This is funny enough as it is." And Captain Rose just goes, "Sure, whatever will stop you fucking about with the sail."
Yay! So she's gonna like, in one fluid motion, kind of push away from the pole and jolt
Fuck.
herself back, and then just wings erupt from her back. Just huge angelic wings. And she's like, ta-da! And like she like flutters down gently and lands. And it's like, I did it, yay! And they fold back.
Why didn't you just lead with that to go up?
I didn't think of it. She challenged me. And that's more than 30 feet.
Captain Rose sniffs and he's like, "I wish I wasn't allergic to feathers."
Oh, I'm sorry. And she fluffs them. You should get the bigger boat.
Ship.
She means ship.
She better do. Go on, lads. Let's get Greyfriars Bobby on the seas. And then they
Do
start.
you want to touch them, Oliver? They are soft.
I don't. No.
Benji comes and pokes one of the wings.
See?
There
They're
you
nice.
go. You have him.
I like him better.
He looks at Oliver's weird look and he's like, "First time I've seen a chick with wings."
That's
And
fair.
it's like Captain Rose is just like, "Pull up the anchor, you div." They finally get ready, and Greyfire's Bobby sets sail
Yay!
to the fucking glorious realms of ooze. And yeah, I think we'll call it there for now.
Yay! Awesome volts.
Yeah, not too bad to say I made half of that shit up as we went.
That
was good.
That's most of
That's good.
DMing. That's most
Fucking
of
sweet
it.
procession, dude.
Like I said, next time I will have more written down on the computer, so I'm not constantly having to cross-reference shit.
We didn't even. I mean, speaking for myself, I didn't even fucking notice shit, dude. Like, it felt fluid.
That's fine, apart from the odd occasion where I'm like, hold on, wait, hold on.
Far and few between.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm glad.